this drink in my cup.
Why? Why would you do that? Don't
Cause I
nobody,
got this,
don't nobody cuss, please.
I got this drink in my cup.
I like the bartender. She be serving
Like,
them drinks.
share, subscribe, share the live. Get 5.
Get the
What's
fuck.
5, you ask? Well, that's this glorious thing we call nerddom. Movies. The 5 pillars of this glorious thing we call nerddom. Movies, comics, anime/animation, manga, and art. The 5 pillars. I'm your heated host and disgruntled, angry person, EXO. I'm here with They Clone Santo.
This ain't my
Here.
spot. I want to go back to my spot.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, you must. Hey, come on, Dre.
There
I gave
you
him the opportunity
go.
to be somewhere
There
different.
you go.
I gave him the opportunity to be somewhere different. He didn't want it. All right.
Did something happen to Bob? What's wrong with
Yeah, you hit him with the subscribe.
Hey, we here next to. I hope you're all right because that's some good acting. Oh, okay, yeah. Fire on site B. We got Atom Rocks.
Adam Rocks.
They Clone Santo, and I can't. Last not least, the baddest engineer in the land, and artist, creative genius with his new weapon of mass murder.
Hey, they did clone me though. I went to Baskin Robbins. I seen somebody up in there.
Hey, be careful! Be careful, Santo.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I just wanted to say. Now, say it again. What you was gonna say?
I was at Baskin Robbins. I was about to get some chocolate chip mint ice cream, and I seen this dude wearing the Luffy shirt, and he had a tattoo on his neck that said April 23rd. So I tapped the nigga on the shoulder, and he turned around, and the nigga face looked just like my face. Nigga, I had to run up out that word, man.
Man, I'm gonna need some proof on that, man.
You get your chocolate chip mint?
Capcom.
Yeah. Hey, oh yeah! Shout out to Queen Danielle. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to Queen Timeless.
Happy birthday to her.
And also happy birthday to Brian Castle. His birthday was yesterday as well.
Yes.
He was a guest on the show as well. So
Yep.
yeah, I want to say happy birthday to yo. I'm gonna share this live. I'm pretty sure Santo gonna share this live. Rock, Bobby. I could have just.
You trying to find like a way to
Dre gonna share this live. Let's all share this live, fellas.
This man might as well do like the Black Panther. Just do this. They gonna share the live.
They're gonna share the live.
Which one of y'all just kicked me? Oh, hey, do the voice, right?
I don't even know if I can right now because the way my voice is.
You lost the powers.
Hey, I know you know how to do the Chris Tucker.
Oh, I do, but my throat's sore right now, so it's definitely not gonna come out.
Pause. Pause.
This nigga
Hey, my
right.
cousin used to be saying that. My cousin is a singer, and every time somebody used to tell her to sing, shout out Nikki. My cousin used to manage DMX and shit. She always talk about she needs some lemon or some tea or some. I cussed her.
Did he? I didn't even catch it. That's
man.
Hey, I think X are the only one caught it.
Yeah, he did.
Dang.
And she always used to be like, I need some tea or I need some lemon. Or I'd be like, man, sing, man. You don't need nothing.
I got an update. I need y'all to hear me out real quick. I'm gonna tell you about 3 quick situations. My daughter had a dentist appointment, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, gotta get her to the dentist appointment, We talking about, hey, you got a dentist appointment, so hurry up and get ready. We get in the car, and the Tesla, and the navigation had her dentist office on it. Okay.
Just off the dribble, you ain't even put it in?
it's a nope. It was a suggested place to go, dentist office. So that was weird. Pushed it like a dumbass.
Like
you know
an
what I'm
idiot,
saying?
yeah.
And so this is a few weeks later. Me and my boy at the gym. I'm telling my boy about the situation. Tell me why when we got in the car from the gym, it had my daughter's dentist office on the navigation as a suggested place to go. I was telling him about it. Now dig this. I'm talking to my son. I'm like, yo, Dad, what you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the store. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, bop, bitty, bop, bop, it out. Now let it be known, in my head, I was thinking, am I going to, I swear to God, this is a true story. Am I going to Whole Foods or am I going to Natural Grocers? You know what? All day I was doing that. You know what? I'm going to Natural Grocers. Y'all pretty much can tell me what was suggested on that motherfucking screen for the navigation to go. I never said it out loud.
Hey, I got something I want to add to that.
I never said it out loud.
Yeah,
I was going back and forth in my head. You know what? I'm going to go to, in my head, got in the car and it was suggested.
Hey, I was at Fry's.
Bobby, I didn't tell you this one. Go ahead, Santa.
Hey, I was at Fry's, and you know I normally buy Simply strawberry lemonade. So I decided to get another one. I'm talking loud because I got this music playing. I decided to get another one. It was called like Santa Monica something. You know what I'm saying? Something. So I buy it. I didn't say nothing. I didn't talk about it. I didn't say it out loud. I just, in my mind, I was like, should I get the Simply or should I get this? My first time ever seeing it. I buy it. I come home. I open up my phone. The first advertisement that I see was the same strawberry lemonade that I bought from Fry's. Oh God.
Okay, well they have that. It's connected. So you put the little, you put your number in?
No, my number that I put in is always my cousin's number because she get gas points.
You know, you do when you agree to the terms and conditions of your phone, you know you keep the microphone on. So
I didn't say anything.
Have you said it before?
No, it was the first time I've ever seen the strawberry lemonade, and I silently contemplated in my mind. I was like, should I get
getting scared? You getting scared?
No, because I've done that. I've done that. My phone, like, I'll be like, oh, I had.
Hey, when the nigga gets scared, he make up a little reason. This nigga saying he didn't say it out loud.
I didn't say it out loud on my kids. I didn't.
No, I'm talking about like beforehand, like not that same day, like because I've said like, oh, I have to go get diapers.
Look at it.
It popped up.
Yeah. I've never heard of this brand of somebody can look it up. It's called like Santa Monica or it's something out of California, Orange County or something like that. I've never heard of it. And I bought it and I didn't even like it, but it got advertised to me. And I never said it out loud ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of the times when we've been on here on the show and we're talking or I'm saying something, I just hear my phone go doot doot and the little fucking Bixby thing pops up. Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, that happens. That happens with me too.
Yeah.
I went to my phone settings and found some shit about ads and relating all this shit. Hey, I went in there and turned off every fucking thing. Everything.
Hey.
This shit's
I don't know if y'all heard me. But I was having a mental conversation with myself. A mental debate. Where am I going to go to? What place am I going to go to? And then I finally made a decision in my head. Got in the car, and it already had it on the screen.
Our algorithms are programmed to tell the future. They say the algorithm can pick what it's going to know what you're going to do next before you know.
No, they're in our dreams. They're in our thoughts. This is a fact. I don't know if y'all watched that video that I sent. Did you watch it, Bobby? Bobby, you had to seen it.
Yeah,
you had to seen it. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna send it to you, Santo, because you a thinker.
Man.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though is it'd be one thing if you asked for it. It's so much creepier when you didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't ask for it to pull up shit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't ask for it to tell you who's getting ready to go to Natural Grocers. It'd be different. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was gonna like help me decide something, if I asked, then that's something different. You know what I'm saying? The consent at the
It was in my mind.
Well, I mean,
there's no way to explain that. It was in my mind.
They're tapping into your medicine, nigga. That government medicine from them dispensaries, nigga. They tapping into you.
Oh no, I don't buy that.
No,
hey, let's not put my information on here. You know?
Hey, but I will say that somebody told me that they're pumping weed full of estrogen, and I said, I don't feel like a bitch. But
Hey, chill out. I almost spit my drink out.
Hey, so
I
fellas,
spilled my beverage out.
I want to tell y'all the biggest. Oh yeah, send that to Chuck. Send that link to Chuck. Chuck, get on up in here, man. Hey, the biggest movie in the world right now is Barbie.
That's just wild.
that's crazy because I didn't even know it came out until like 2 days ago.
Oh, that's fire.
It's the biggest movie in the world. It's killing it. Cinema is over. It's over. They literally made a commercial, and everybody went to go see it. So hey, it's over. It was nice. It was what movie's been around since like the 30s.
You're the movie.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know.
Like what she do in her movie?
She got a bunch of dudes that want to get at her, and she's Barbie.
Did she got like a pink convertible?
Yeah, she got all of that. She's Barbie,
Ken in there too?
and they make some of the dudes look like suckers.
Ryan Gosling's Ken.
Hey, Bobby, I'm gonna send you something real
You
quick.
said Ryan Gosling is Ken?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Hey, Bobby, I'm gonna send something to you right now. I want you to see what the fuck, Bobby, up real quick.
No,
Hey,
man,
Chuck, get on up in here, man.
Hey, don't even do it, man. You
No, hold
laughing?
on. I
man.
want you to see something, bro.
Hey, we
Come on, man.
We supposed to be friends.
Come on, bro. I just need you to look at this real fast.
That doesn't sound anything
Hey,
appropriate.
if your mind is there, it doesn't sound that. My mind's
Oh,
not there.
My mind's always there, so I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie to
okay,
you.
yeah. I'm not. I don't think about
We know
another
that.
man's mind. Like, okay, so check this out.
Right, pause.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I just explained to him what he does, and y'all said pause.
No,
That was funny.
I don't get into a man's mind. I just
You are thinking. You're thinking. You have to be thinking of that
No.
action going on to be like pause.
No,
Because I'm over here talking about something totally different.
Look, I hear something with some suspect.
This is a fact. What I'm saying right now. Let's just
No.
keep it real. That is
you
a
say
fact.
something with some suspectority. And
Hey,
it's funny to
hey.
me, I'm gonna say
Okay,
pause.
hold on. Now, see, now you about to
Hey,
fuck the show up.
what May say on that show with Ken? He said we about to dive into Kevin Booker.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yo.
So,
You
hey,
can't
I'm
say
gonna
that
ask
differently.
Dre and I'm gonna ask Bobby because they just like trying to team up.
Crazy.
Doesn't your mind have to be there to say pause?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
And he just said his mind's always there. We already
I'm
knew
just
that.
saying, diving in is crazy. So
Yeah,
anybody
there you
talking
go.
about diving in is insane.
Right.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Hey, no, I
Sure.
don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh,
What's up,
look
bruh?
at it. Look at it.
Look
Oh
like Darth Vader.
shit! Oh shit!
Look like Darth Vader.
Right,
What's
this
up,
man
man?
came in on Sith Lord time.
Oh, he ain't
Charles
talking.
P.
He ain't talking.
Taylor,
Bring
Esquire,
Han Solo and the Wookiee
aka
to me.
Darth
What up, OG?
the third.
He ain't saying. Oh yeah. He ain't messing around today.
How does my mic sound?
Any nigga who
My
got
mic
a
good?
shirt
My
with
mic
no
good?
sleeves
My
in the
mic good?
hood,
It sound like you got a
It
photo
sound
right
like you coming through the camera.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Give me a second.
Yeah. So do whatever you did that last time.
Got you.
Hey, you see that shirt? You see that shirt, Bobby? You see that is? You was just telling me about that dude, and I never even heard of him.
Who was that?
You remember when you showed me those bars outside of my car?
Man, I don't remember. Yeah, no, I'm lost.
You remember when I came to show you the comics I got at the spot at the meetup spot, and you asked me what does these lyrics mean?
Oh, okay.
That's the dude. Hey, look in your chat. That's the dude on the shirt.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I seen that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Hey, I didn't even know about that until you told me.
Hey,
Okay,
man.
yeah. Anyway,
Hey, get out of here.
I'm trying to get Bobby mad on the pod right now. Hey, so
How does my mic sound now?
good.
That does
Am I good? Am I good?
Hey, Barbie's killing the game, and Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Drake, can you pull that up real quick? So Bobby, as we watching Mission Impossible, this trailer came up, and Bobby looked at me. He was like, "I'm in there," and it looks like horrible. It looked horrible. What do y'all think about that trailer?
He said it looks
with
like
the Turtles,
Yeah,
the cartoon one.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it
the
ain't
one
on-
they
like
trying to
trash.
get
I
to
thought
look
it was
like
for
Miles.
kids.
You said so one at a time. What'd you say?
I
Dre,
was
what you
saying the
say?
one. Yeah, I was saying the one they trying to make look like Miles Morales.
Bobby, why you in there, man? Well,
I never heard of an idea where the mutants are saying, "Hey, come fuck with us. Why y'all want to be human?" That's what I got out of it. So it's it's a little interesting to me for sure.
okay, yeah, I just wanted to hear that live on the show.
Hey,
I
man.
like I like to
Hey,
know
and
when somebody mind changes. You know what I'm saying?
hey, look, and if I see it, if it's trash, yeah, I can say it's trash.
Hey, Solo Leveling, that trailer also dropped. Are we excited?
Oh, yeah.
It looks pretty cool. It looks. I'm talking about
I did watch
animation.
that.
The animation looks good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animation is probably gonna be top tier.
Do we know what animation studio it is?
I don't know.
I can look that up.
It's probably gonna be a big studio. Yeah, that's what I'm finna look up right now.
I'm
500
not.
billion, but say Mappa.
I
Mappa?
want to say map.
I think that the video game thing, I'm over it, and that's all I got when I read that. But I am anxious to see some scrapping. So I mean, there's that. Yeah, what we got here?
Yeah.
Hey, that Korean style, I like that. I just didn't like the concept. So that crazy ass statue be looking crazy. Who is it?
Hey man,
A1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, EXO for reference, because we just really didn't have a choice but to say Chinese anime because we didn't know what it was. It's called Donghua.
Donghua.
Donghua, which is basically the Chinese word for animation.
Oh, okay. Fire. Yeah.
What
Hey,
is it
speaking
called?
of Donghua.
Yeah, Donghuo. Donghua.
Speaking of that, hey, okay, so Fall Killer the 5 Elements season 2 drops today in China. So we're probably gonna watch that motherfucker tomorrow. And I'm hyped.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hyped in a motherfucker. I've been waiting a long time.
I was looking forward to. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah,
You saw me
drop
in the
tomorrow.
chat, nigga. I was looking. I was on the web, like, where is it?
Yeah, he was like, I thought it was today. God damn it. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. Y'all wanna continue watching that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! I've been waiting
for.
for this
For sure.
shit.
This is
Yeah.
a series.
Yeah.
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 Fall Killer the 5 Elements.
Mm.
It started off as like a web series, like a YouTube thing, independently made. It still is independently made. So, but they just got some money. Somebody backed them.
So where are they
gave them some
streaming it?
bread. Oh, that I don't know. We probably gonna look at YouTube because one of my favorite animes ever in life is on YouTube, and you can watch episode 1 through 9 right now on YouTube. Blades of the Guardians.
They on the sneaky boy.
Blades of the Guardians is hey Chuck. I'm gonna give you some fire, bro. Go check out Blades of the Guardians, man. It's cracking right now. Something just happened, and I was like, "Hey, Santo, they did that, man."
No,
Hey.
hey, let me get some context. He called and he was harassing me first because he thought I wasn't further than him. So he was harassing me and Rocks, talking about, man, why y'all be shitting on the Chinese joints and like the Japanese joints? I'm like, bro, I read it.
Oh, right.
I was like, I read
Hey
it.
man, hey, I was a little upset. I was in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I can admit when I was in my feelings, I was wrong.
He cussed me out first. He called me to cuss me out. Then called all y'all to cuss y'all out.
You know what? I gave him a pass. I didn't want to say he was harassing us. I was saying he was passionate.
Hey, I'll send you the link, Chuck. I got you. Yeah, man. But that anime is beautiful. It's cracking, the storytelling, and what just happened. I literally jumped out of my seat like, what the fuck?
Which part?
You remember what I called you about when they did what they did?
We talked about a lot though.
Hey, hold on, Santo. Don't spoil it.
Yeah,
but
don't do that.
when they did what they did, man, you know what I'm talking about. Man, nah, don't say it. Yeah, man. I was like, why you do that?
Yeah, that was scandalous. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, don't say it. I'm gonna binge that shit tonight. I'm gonna binge what I
chill
got
out.
left.
I'm like 3 episodes behind.
Yeah, that was scandalous though. I ain't gonna lie.
So this
Man,
is a
hey,
book or it's a show?
It's an anime and
it's
it's
a book. It's a manhwa, which is
Manga.
Chinese manga for. It's a series that was put out, and then they just they're adapting the anime. So
Okay.
they're adapting the manhwa into an anime, and the
Yeah,
show
so-
is episode 1 through 9 on YouTube right now. You gotta go watch it, man. It's a must watch.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Does it
man,
look as good?
Hey.
Does it look as good as this right here?
No, it looks. That's from the manhwa. It looks better.
It looks
than that.
better.
It's
Yeah.
clean. It's clean, very clean.
Oh
I have
man,
a question. Are they modeling or is it drawn? I mean, is it drawn over models?
No.
Or are they using models like they did in Berserk? Like
that's the Dre. That's a Dre. There is some background that's like that. There's some background stuff that's like that, but for the most
they
part,
use some CGI stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, it's the hand drawn stuff. Hey, so we are going to binge. I'm gonna make sure everybody caught up, and next week we gonna talk some spoilers because I need to talk about that part that me and Santo talking about. Oh man, and it's crazy, Santo, because I shouldn't care based off of how they are. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, but he was.
Hey, no. Okay. Let's chill. Hey, me and you gonna call. Let's call. Let's hit the horn.
Hey, so did you go to 9 and 10?
Oh, I'm caught up. I'm waiting at my computer for the 10.
Okay. All right.
So that man got an alert when the next episode.
So you got that working though, right? You got that working?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's where you at. Okay.
Okay, fellas. Let's get to the elephant in the room, man. They cloned Tyrone. A new movie on Netflix. You can watch it. If you haven't watched it now, we're gonna talk some spoilers. So if you see this loud later in the future, whatever, you might want to turn fast forward it or watch it and then come back.
Let's do a countdown.
Put your thoughts in the comments. Let us know so we can argue with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Hey, good shit, Santo. Hey, it's starring John Boyega, Tyrone Paris, and Jamie Foxx.
She's sexy in the mug.
Oh man, hey man, I liquor free.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I almost spent $25 on her action figure, dog.
Hey.
Word, I saw it at GameStop, but it's her as Captain Marvel though. So.
Hey, I'll sniff her nostrils, thing.
Right, it's pretty big too.
She is bad, bro. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway, that chocolatey Tyrone Paris and Jamie Foxx. Fellas, I'm gonna just ask y'all, man. What? It was okay. So hold on. So it was directed by Jewel Taylor, who directed Creed 2 and Space Jam 2. It was written by Tony Rittenmeyer. Now, someone try to say it was written by Jewel Taylor and Tony together, but that's when you need to know about how writing credits work. So go to Jewel Taylor. That's the dude with the dreads. Go to Jewel Taylor. I want everybody to see Jewel Taylor, and then I want you to see.
Oh, that's crazy. That's his name?
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one ever.
Yeah, this is Jewel Taylor right here.
That's
and then
my
now
first
go
name.
to Tony Rittenmeyer. He's the next one. This is who wrote the movie. So whoever's name is first on writing credits, that's who did the bulk of the work. That's who did 90% of that motherfucker. And somebody that's noted behind came in and was like, oh, I think you should say this. I think you should say that. Go ahead to Tony Rittenmeyer, man. If you can, sir. The smiley face motherfucker.
I hope you're not a white man.
This dude.
He's white. He's white.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
There you go.
Tony said it.
Come on.
Tony Rittenmeyer.
Come on.
Oh, hold on.
Hey.
Hold on.
So now with all that being said, what did we think of the movie, fellas?
Man, it doesn't change.
Hey, get this white man off the screen before you ask me that question, bro.
Man,
Hey, put the movie up. Put the movie up real quick. I need everyone. Go ahead, Santo.
I enjoyed the movie. It made me think, right? So it wasn't.
Hey, he ain't on trial yet. Come on, man. Let's get it together, man.
I don't think the movie was meant to be.
Well, sorry, I didn't
super
have
deep.
time to put him in older.
Okay.
I don't think the movie was meant to be super deep, but I think it was meant to take that shit that we've been talking about online, the Jamie Foxx clones, the Gucci Man clones, and shit like that. And I think it's putting it in our face. You know what I'm saying? And just teasing it a little bit. So I did like it based on what it made me think about, but I didn't think it was like a. John Boyega played the shit out of his character. I forgot his name. He was dope, but
Tyrone?
Fontaine.
Tyrone. Fontaine was his name. Yeah, Tane. But I liked it. It's above average to me, but I don't think.
Okay, we're not gonna wrap it up. That's not right. I wanted to save the wrap up. Chuck, what you think, man?
Oh man, I loved it. It was a real good movie.
Bring Chuck up, man, if you can, sir.
Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No,
I
I
was
was telling them to bring your picture up. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, man.
No, I thought it was a really, really good movie. Just a lot of the points that it touched upon. It's there for entertainment's sake. It feeds into every single one of the little everything that we used to talk about when we were like 15, 16, 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, after that, I want to say when Goody Mob's Cell Therapy album came out, and you get high and have those roundtable discussions. And when thought-provoking music came out and everybody started talking about cloning and the government watching over everybody and everything, this is dope. This hits that real, like they hone in on it.
Okay, so let me go ahead and creep up in here. So at the end of the day,
movie's hard.
y'all know how I feel about it. I watched it the second time and I was hypnotized the first time because it is done very intelligently. But at the end of the day, it's still about a prostitute, a pimp, and a drug dealer.
Damn.
It's still a look at you nigga movies.
I think it was.
That's all we get. That's all we get.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be that though. I think it was done in a way like that's what it's supposed to be, not with a serious tone. Because the white dude even said it. He was like, so a prostitute, a drug dealer, and a pimp walks into a bar. You know what I'm saying? So I think that they're making light of that.
Hey Bobby, what you think, man?
I watched it twice. I think after watching it twice, my mind did change in a little bit. I don't. It was all right. It was all right. There was some kind of alternating points in there for me, like especially like the white dudes with the afros. Those were kind of I had like a few thoughts on what that really means. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What that really means. I think that it's to me it's kind of like it's still kind of like a science fiction horror kind of thing because of the themes. Like the themes that are supposed to be funny really aren't supposed to be funny. But the first time I found myself laughing, and then the second time I'm like, like I don't know about this. Yeah, like I thought it was clever. I thought it was clever, but ultimately not as clever as it should have been.
A nigger movie. Go ahead, Rox. What you think, man?
Very good movie. Very good movie. I enjoyed it. The style of the movie, how it looks like it's an 80s movie, but then like it seems like they make like almost today's references, like today's things. I didn't see really no problem with it. I did understand like that they were trying to make. I feel like there was a message in it, like where they're trying to keep the black people in a certain.
That's how they get you.
A certain like standpoint of like because like say like rap. There's kind of like three things that there's usually talked about like on a certain basis. Like you got a pimp, niggas be talking about pimping, niggas talking about like they that hood nigga and shit. And
shout out Harley. Hey Harley, did you see it? I would like to know what you thought.
She saw the trailer.
Yeah.
Dre.
Oh damn! I didn't know I was done.
Oh, my bad. I thought you was done.
You know, that's what happens when you interrupt.
Hey, go ahead, Dre. What do you think, Dre?
Since Dre not talking, and then,
No,
it's just
go
it
ahead,
was
because
just one of them.
Netflix got me, so I didn't actually get
Yeah.
around to seeing
Okay,
this one.
gotcha.
They got you.
Yeah, because they doing the account banning type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rox.
No, I thought it was one of those ones where it's just a lot of people talk about like how they keep black people down with some of these things like stereotypes and things like that, and I
And
was
then they
kind of
made
like,
a stereotype movie. Go ahead.
well, yeah, and then like this picture right here is how like they say like the light skin nigga is always the house nigga, and like you see like the manager, that nigga is like the house nigga, trying to help out with the man. So like little points like that, because you got to think this the three cast members are dark skinned. And then you got and if you look at it, I think all the people that are working for this light skinned fro nigga, the house nigga,
He wasn't
they're
light
all dark
skinned
skinned.
though.
This nigga was.
He was a white man. White
Was
man
he
with a
not?
fro. Yeah.
I thought it was like a light skinned white nigga.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
he was
was a white man.
modified. He was they were modified, like genetically modified people. The thing that they couldn't get right was the hair. That's what old man Fontaine said. He was like they could never figure out the hair. So what they did was they started implementing that powder and everything in the church Kool-Aid, in the chicken skin.
Hey, thank you, Norm. My bad, Chuck. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's a hell of a statement. I like that.
Yeah, go ahead, Chuck.
But yeah, it was a ton of stereotypes, but that was what it was. He was like a genetically modified dude. All those white guys with afros were actually black people. They were trying to perfect the formula to basically convert black people into white people. Towards the ass end of the movie, and we're giving a whole lot away, but he's standing and you get to see the color palettes of ethnicity behind him. So it's like there's jet black, then there's shades lighter all the way up until it's light. If you go back and watch that last part of the movie, that's what they've been working on the whole time, was trying to get these people to basically running through the loop and constantly taking this stuff that they were pumping to them. They were going to whiten them.
At the end of the day,
hold on. Hey, real quick, X, real quick. You said they were trying to basically genetically modify and get the formula for black people, but they had people from basically pitch black all the way up to white.
What they were doing was they were trying to change black people to white people.
Oh, they were trying
to assimilate them. Yeah, they were trying to assimilate them.
That's exactly those are the words you use.
They bump into them. Yeah, they're assimilating.
So let me make you a movie. I'm a Caucasian male. Let me make you a movie, and then I'm gonna put a pimp, a prostitute, a drug dealer, some chicken, some malt liquor,
and church.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. It's the same. Hey. If that's the ingredients for if we could get a black cast in a movie. The ingredients.
No, I thought it was a slave movie.
Hey, those are all no, they're all going the same category. Put them all in the black movie bag. Yeah, Santo, and I'm gonna show y'all that tonight. Go ahead, Santo.
It was kind of like Santo was saying earlier. It was one of those like putting the truth out there or hiding the truth in plain sight type thing. When they talk about the systematic dismantling of a neighborhood by putting them in this perpetual, like it's like a loop. You have to watch it. How he was talking about it looked like a blaxploitation flick, but they referenced 50 Cent, they referenced Kevin Bacon. They were in a time loop. They were driving old school cars.
Can't hear you,
they were brand new SUVs. So people had cell phones, but you never heard them say anything about the internet.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? This neighborhood looked like Santo Dre could tell you. This neighborhood looked like any neighborhood in the Midwest. From Detroit to Chicago to Maywood, you know what I'm saying? For you know what I'm saying? Like it looked like any other neighborhood, but I don't feel like the time warp aspect I see, but in order to stay in the time warp, you need certain functions. You need the time machine to work, which is a church, which is the food you consume.
They reference like Dexter's Laboratory. they had she was like, what, we gonna go back down to Dexter's lab? You know what I'm saying? They had Beyonce hanging up in the back and shit. So it was kind of like old school, but with like new shit. You know what I'm saying? Even down to some of the music. Yeah. So yeah.
How do we digest this movie? Good. Let me say this. Good or frightening or conspiracy theory that we take advice from or entertainment. Those are the four things. Entertainment, conspiracy theory that we take advice from, good or frightening. Like how do we digest this?
It's got elements of all of them because it was a good movie and it was entertaining.
Right. That's what I was like, you kind of trying to get one answer out of something that's like, all right, it's good, it's entertaining.
I watched it 3 times. So
right.
Well, let me tell you my theory. Let me get something good and entertaining and say, look at you niggas. There was nothing redeeming about the movie. Tell me something that was redeeming about the movie. Like at the end, what put black people in a good light?
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear.
Well, didn't they all rebel? Didn't they all come together at the end to stop
the whole hood?
Yeah, they was all on the news like that. Hey,
so do you remember the Kiefer Sutherland? Awesome, Kiefer Sutherland is in this movie.
Is that who that dude was?
Yeah. Huh. Hey, when I seen him, I thought we was gonna see all the ERs popping off. Hey, check this out, man. When he was saying, no matter what you do, you can try to do what you're trying to do right now. It doesn't matter. We got y'all. It's a wrap. And everywhere. We got y'all. So it doesn't matter. So what they did at the end really didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. They're trying to make a happy ending out of some bullshit. I think it was a happy ending out of bullshit.
He even said that he was like, even if you heard him on the radio, they was like, yeah, it's they got in here, they fucking it up, but it's just minor. You know what I'm saying? And then he told them, like, he was like, man, we got spots in LA. You seen them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was like, we got spots in LA, we got spots in Chicago. But I think that was the point. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what y'all niggas do, like, yeah, y'all can rebel here in little Glentown, nigga, but what about the rest of the world?
That's not redeeming to me because he said it's not going to stop. There is no way to stop this. It's inevitable. No, I know. Like, regardless of what y'all do here, it doesn't matter.
I think that's true. And I think that's dope that they said that because it don't matter. Niggas be out here marching. Niggas be out, like, you know what I'm saying, bro?
No redeeming qualities. Nigga, my bad, Sancho. I did not mean to do that, but I just wanted to yell that out. No redeeming qualities.
I like to say at least a motherfucker trying to do something is redeeming.
Right, you got to start somewhere.
No, the question is,
I'm a Virgo. He wasn't talking all that dumb shit. Trying, now niggas got it cracking. Like, let's get it popping.
Girl was that was her whole thing.
No, but Mom shut that down though. All I'm saying is, man, they tried to Disneyfy the ending up, and at the end of the day, it's still some NIGGER shit.
Mm-hmm.
You are a nigga. Look at you niggas.
Written by a black man though, right?
Nah.
So let me ask you this.
I showed you who wrote it.
Right. So the black man did the majority of work. So you said
no. Okay, so Tony Rittenmeyer, writer's credit goes to him first. He did the majority of the work. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I thought
and Jewel Taylor was the black dude who directed the movie. Who also has writer credit.
I thought it was in reverse. Okay.
No. Go ahead, Chuck. My bad.
Oh, no. I said maybe the redeeming quality is just us actually taking something away from it because really that's what they're talking about is nigga shit.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's the culture is kind of like that right now.
Yeah, and I had
in order to make a movie, we gotta do this. It gotta be these ingredients.
No, not necessarily. But I mean, this is what we got. And I'm not saying I accept it just because that's what they handed to me, but I mean, I had to watch it 3 times before I could actually be like, okay, does it seem like they're really, really browbeating niggas in this movie? Because obviously it's about stereotypes. When you saw the trailer for it, you kind of knew what it was about already.
Yeah.
Not me personally. Me personally, I did not, because I just remember them singing in the elevator, and that was it. That's the only one I remember seeing.
Yeah. So
I had to, like, I thought when the name of the movie is They Clone Tyrone. In one of the trailers, I seen the dude look at himself on the operating table. My mind automatically went somewhere when I seen that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I already knew what to kind of expect from this when I seen that in the trailer. So
I thought of Erykah Badu.
Yeah. So let me ask you this though, like I think a lot of it is expectation of the drug dealer, of the hoe, of the pimp. You know what I'm saying? It's the expectation of, right? You know, and Keeper Sutherland
Or the
said,
gangster,
like,
the gangster. You know what I'm saying?
And he says it too, like, hey, what y'all gonna do? Like, y'all can't do nothing. But I think the problem is that that's an idea that's like 30 years old, because right now, even if you did or you didn't like it, right? The conversation, I think as a whole, us talking together and figuring out what to do in terms of how to break the programming. Because listen, because he said, like, you right, hey, who remember these motherfuckers tripping off of chicken sandwiches? Y'all remember that shit? You know what I'm saying? So
I
like,
tell you, bro, if I go home right now to the hood, them niggas is gonna be doing the same exact shit they was doing 15 fucking years ago when I was there.
This is true. This is
and I'm gonna go back, and them niggas gonna be doing the same shit. I'm gonna go to the same spot on the same porch, see the same niggas, and do the same shit day after day, week after week, year after year. And that's what this movie, nigga. That's reality.
Yeah, that's what I think that they're trying to get across.
Hey, every time I go back, that's exactly what I see, dog.
Okay,
that's exactly.
That's cool. How many times do we have to see this and a black cast?
I have a question. So, what would your
they gonna get a white cast to shoot it?
What would be the redeeming ending for a story such as this, or where do you think that they should have made some type of a turn?
Okay,
good question.
Where it should be redeeming for black people in the hood, where niggas is, dancing, hoorah, acting a fool, and literally living in a
why is that what we have to? If we're using something for entertainment, why is that what we have to consume? I'm not saying it's not reality. I'm saying, as far as putting a movie on screen, why do we have to relate to this bullshit?
Because you can
science fiction.
No.
Because we're not watching. In science fiction.
But we're not watching a king on. We're not watching a king do some king shit. The last time was like Coming to America, nigga. I'm saying, like, it's the same shit. It's a pimp, a hoe, and a drug dealer, and chicken. Man, do we like I'm confused. Hey, I'm gonna just come out.
It's still some weird ass hood shit. Like we not seeing a brother out there making something of himself or doing something that truly matters.
It was an entertaining ass sci-fi flick. It was better than Tales from the Hood to me. Like, it was the first time I saw it, it was entertaining.
I agree with that.
You're like, is it entertaining? First time I saw it.
Hey, it's not a boy that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. There's so many different stories that other demographics get and make, and there's a wide range. But yet, when there's black people on the screen, you get this shit. You get this shit.
I see what you're saying.
Man, every fucking time. I'm like, here we go, man. At first, I'm like, you know what? Let me forget about it and watch the movie. And then I'm like, man, the second time around, I'm like, man, it's the same.
It's got to be some truth to it. That shit hit home.
Me personally, I ain't hearing that no more.
Nigga, they stopped playing Lil Jon in the club. Go ahead.
Have you ever watched Wayward Pines?
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. Wayward, that's what this kind of remind me of, like the Underground Laboratory and Wayward Pines. It was, it was some funky ass people trying to control society for the betterment.
Hey, can you put that up, please? I'm sorry, Chuck. My bad, Chuck. My apologies. Can you put that please up?
Wayward Pines, like, they kept people ignorant as fuck. They had access to phones, but it was all landline shit. Like, it was just everything was government controlled. I mean, this was just happened to be set in a stereotypical black community.
Menace to Society was the same shit, or don't be
hey, man,
same exact thing.
So
this is
since the 90s. Since the 90s,
Chuck is right. this is exactly like Wayward Pines.
It's
Now,
very
if I'm
much
thinking
like
about
Wayward
it,
Pines, yeah.
Yeah, it's take Wayward Pines, but instead of having mostly white people, it's black people.
Is
It's
it not
mostly
like?
white people.
Is it not like what Santo just said? Is it not like what I just brought up? Man? It's the same shit.
So did you like it or did you not?
Okay,
But hey,
let's wrap this up. That's what we're gonna do.
I mean, that's what you said. Did you like it?
Okay, I 1 out of 10 fires. I'm going for its its interesting way that it told the story. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Well, how many shit bubbles do you give it? Because I mean, I knew you was gonna drag the movie. So
Yeah, because a 4 is crazy. I ain't even gonna lie. A 4 is wild.
4.
even with
I'll
with
maybe
the
go with
acting,
a 5. I maybe
even
go
with
with a
the
5.
acting,
I liked it. I really, really liked it. After I watched it the second
I'm
time,
done
that's when I
watching
started
niggas
getting into it because I started shooting shit at him nonstop. I was like, dude, I took notes about this shit. And when it got halfway through it, when they were in the strip club and the DJ started playing, and that's another thing. It was modern day because he was using a digital DJ setup. So he still had the Serato. Everything was Serato, but everything else that they were doing was very old school. It was wild. So
I forgot strippers is in the movie. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
everything that niggas loves is in the
movie.
movie.
Strip club.
Throw that ass in a circle.
They have BBLs.
So as he told him to start, going around.
Hey, one at a time.
So what I'm saying is the strip club scene references The Wiz, and it made me The Wiz, the Wizard of Oz. It made me go back and watch The Wiz the next day. So as they're leaving, Fontaine and Yo-Yo are on their way out, and the person that actually gets mesmerized by the music is the pimp.
Right.
Mind you, he gets caught, and they have to pull him like when the Cowardly Lion was in The Wiz, and they were going through the little disco town and shit, and it was all the little go-go girls and shit out there with the neon lights. If you've seen The Wiz, it's the same shit happened, and they had to pull a lion out of there because like he's smelling the perfume, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm around all this ass, and I'm around all this." He's mesmerized by the thing. Like they use, I mean, maybe the AI wrote it. But
AI didn't write this one.
No, that shit was, I loved it. It made me watch The Wiz. I went back and watched The Wiz.
Hey,
it wrote his haircut though, nigga. That's what it wrote.
Hey, that's the AI made that picture.
Pimp.
That nigga haircut looked like the last.
Hey, everybody, we talking about a black movie. Can you guess it? Because we got a pimp on the screen. Yeah.
One of the white DJs had the Nino Brown. He had the crazy strip up the middle.
It's almost like the white dude. DJ. The white dude was like, "Let me think about all the things that I've heard about black people to throw it in a movie."
But stop and think
about
it.
That's what's disappointing to me, man. Like because in my mind, I'm thinking like the whole time watching it and seeing these jokes that I'm actually laughing at and I'm relating to. I'm like, damn, I hope some niggas wrote this.
Hey, now,
like,
let me tell you this. Shout out to my homegirl Nicole. She said that there might have been a lot of ad-libbing from the actors. With certain things.
I bet I can see Jamie Foxx doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see him getting down like that.
Yeah, he does a lot of that. That's one of his things. He ad-lib very good.
Prostitute.
They should have did that shit in Mission Impossible.
Right. That's exactly. I mean, they strategically. They strategically cloned the pimp. They strategically cloned the drug dealer. The reason that Fontaine, he's all over the place. They even cloned the pastor. The pastor was a clone in there.
Hey, Chuck, grape drink.
Yeah.
Man, you know how much grape drink I've had in my life, nigga?
Hey, see what I'm saying? Hey, look at these niggas getting hypnotized, man. What the hell is going on, man?
I fucks with grape drink. I ain't even gonna lie. Especially that shit you got to put a little water in to make it good.
So it ain't fucking syrup, nigga.
Hey, can we change the subject, niggas? Hey, let's get some numbers all around. Chuck, as a whole, when you after watching it the third time, where does your number sit?
Out of 5, 10, what we doing?
Do 10. What out of 10?
I'll give it like an 8.25.
Okay.
It's like an 8.25.
Eddie, what put it at an 8 for you? Just basically the storytelling.
The ending fell flat because they always leave it open. They find some way to leave it open to start a sequel when they like, yeah, well, so now we're the clone fighters. We're going to go find our own clones and shit. Like that's the part I did not like about it. It turned into like some it's going to be like a serial on repeat. So it's going to be they clone somebody to fuck else next time, or it's going to be, you know,
It's gonna
they
be a
genetically
Marvel
fucking
movie.
modified. It already is a Marvel
No,
movie. It's just on Netflix and it's got niggas on it. Marvel didn't want to put that many black people in another movie back to back. That's all. They would have done that shit, but, you know.
And like, yeah, we need some pimps. Like, go ahead. I'm sorry, Chuck.
No shit. Nick Fury's a pimp. You didn't like Secret Invasion? He's a pimp, bro. It's Captain Kirk.
Hey,
the
Captain
fucking
Kirk.
Crows, nigga.
Santo, what'd you
Captain
give it,
Kirk.
man? 1 to 10.
I gave it. So I originally gave it like a 7.5, but after doing this, I think I'm gonna increase my shit. Because niggas done hit me with different perspectives that I didn't even think about. So I watched it 1.5 times. I got to go back and watch it again. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna give it a 7. Now I think I'm gonna give it like a smooth 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bobby, where you at? Where you sitting at it?
First I want to say like how you digest it. After watching it a second time, it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary to me.
Hey, move your face off the 5, nigga.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, there you
Hey, no, it's kind of scary because of all the little things that are in there that I think I see, and a lot of it's like challenging. You know what I'm saying? So I sit at an 8. I sit at an 8 because it's scary. It's some scary. It made me uncomfortable.
Right.
For sure.
Rocks, where you at, man?
First time watching it, 8. Second time watching it, 8. It's a really good movie, and I can see it as someone seeing this and they're like, well, maybe I do need to pay attention to what I listen to or what I do and things like that. So I can see the positive of it. I don't care who wrote it. I can see it's how you take it. You take it that way, and I knew you was gonna do that. I swear I knew you was gonna do that. I seen the coon car coming from you.
Can I ask questions after you guys all your ratings? Because I have questions that I want to ask.
I want to ask Ross a question real quick too while you're talking. Like, so does it bother you that a white man wrote something that you can relate to, that you like, yeah, that definitely happens in the hood, even down to the grandmama being in the room and you don't even really hear her, that you don't see her that much, but you know she in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching my store. I got a grandma just like that. Rest in peace. Like, so this white man is writing shit that I can actually relate to. Like, no. I grew up like that. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't, because like if that's something you got to understand, like if that's what's being shown and like it's seen and you can relate to, that's not a problem, because that
should not make you more uncomfortable because
it does.
He knows everything that you do.
So then, if you take it that way, would that make you want to change how you do things?
Yeah.
You can't change how you grew up. Like when he's
hold on. But you say that. Oh, he left. But you say that, then you can change. You can change the future for your kid. You can change the future.
Hey, let Dre go real quick. Dre. Oh, you didn't watch it, Dre. Okay, go ahead. Chuck.
I probably am gonna watch it like one good time and really pay attention to see what I can take from it, though.
Yeah.
So when I was watching it the first time, or maybe the second, I had contacted you, XO, and the first thing that I said was, "It's written by a white dude." I was like, a white dude wrote this, but it didn't feel. I didn't feel as bad watching it as I did when I watched Quentin Tarantino's movies, and he was talking about dead nigger storage and shit like that, or the way that Tarantino uses black people in films. And I like Tarantino's films and shit, but
be obsessed with this.
This movie was not that. To me, it wasn't them fetishizing black people. They were using the stereotypes specifically to kind of make you aware. So that kind of makes it, to me, it makes it heady because it's unsettling, but it was still funny. And it was a sci-fi movie. So we're nerds. You know what I'm saying? It's, the story about cloning and anything. This is, it's a hood movie. I get what you're saying, XO. But it's a good movie because it makes you aware. We're having a conversation about this in the round, like talking on a deeper level outside of, oh my God, you see how many asses was in the strip club in the movie, or did you yada, 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 yada? Because I started paying attention from the time the movie started. The first thing dude said was, nigga, I saw Tupac at a Piggly Wiggly.
Right.
And people are always have been talking about that since
forever.
Forever. Tupac is still alive for real. They've seen him. He's like, I seen Tupac at a Piggly Wiggly. But right behind the dude, as he's telling the story, if you notice in slow motion, watch the signing. The signing is for lemonade. It's the hood lemonade, and the hood lemonade is called Soma. So Soma is part of, hip hop pill cultures, pain relaxers and shit like that.
Right.
The lemonade is called Soma. What did it say? It's
Hey,
just wild shit.
He made him
put
put the gun in his mouth.
Right.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
What was the question?
What was the question you was gonna ask?
Nah, the questions. It was simple shit like that, like trivia stuff. Like, you guys are nerds. Were you guys watching any of that other stuff outside of?
Yeah.
Seriously,
absolutely.
like analyzing like the nigga shit. Because what was the word
that he used to stop him, Fontaine?
Yeah. What was it? Yeah.
Was it like
Black Olympia?
Yeah. Olympia Black. Yeah.
Olympia Black was an author of this book called My Human Pet about future survival, test subjects, and mind control shit. That's who Olympia Black was. It was the author of a science fiction book. So
I figured something like that. I didn't look it up, but I said it's the reason why he said Olympia Black.
The reason I did that was because knowing that I was going to come here and talk to you guys, and the way that they kind of marketed it to me, I thought it was going to be a movie for people like us. They made it for Black nerds. It's going to be that. Right. So it's going to be some nigga shit. Just as sure as Tuskegee Heirs is a comic book about Black people, it's about some nigga shit. It puts Black people in a good light. I do like, I like that book. But what else am I thinking about? Yeah.
You said it's the Marcus Williams?
Yeah, Marcus Williams. He's the one that makes that book.
They paint Black people in a really, really good light. But I mean, it's meant specifically for us. There's some movies like this is supposed to be like a cult classic type thing that they're trying to do. That's all I think it is. They're just trying to make a nigga cult classic.
Would you consider this like Get Out? Like classic?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No. The thing about it is they went in depth enough to put all those cool tropes and all those little Easter eggs in there for us, because it's still reference to a bunch of, like fiction and shit that we grew up with. The social commentary is there, but to me, it's like a sci-fi horror movie. It just has, there's deeper to it. So
it sounds like the Boondocks type shit. I could watch Boondocks to this day and still catch shit happening.
That's what I said. Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Let me ask a question here for everybody then. So you say the white guy, I forgot his name. He wrote 90% of it. So whatever. What if like the other guy who helped out, like the chicken, the grape soda, and things like that you reference? What if that was his doing of like his putting his input on?
Fuck him too.
Do you feel different?
Fuck anybody that does that shit, man. Hey, for me, I don't lie, nigga. There's many stories we could tell that ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit, man. But you're trying to continue let me continue to show you this.
This is a struggle.
This is who you are. This is who you are.
This is a struggle movie.
It's a difference between, like, and I said this about the Chappelle show, bro. It's a difference between laughing with a nigga and a motherfucker laughing at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what disappointed me about the white dude writing it, because the whole time I'm watching it, I'm laughing and I'm like, damn, I'm laughing with this nigga who wrote it because it's funny. Like, he feels what the fuck was happening. You know what I'm saying? But then when I found out it's a white dude, like Bobby say, I'm a little uncomfortable because I did relate that, like, that's real hood shit. Like, how does he even know about the grandma? Like, you know what I'm saying? How does he even know about that shit type shit?
That could be the black dude. That could be the black dude's part of it. So
no,
like,
that's what I'm saying. That could be also, but I'm talking about grape drink. But all that bullshit. Fuck that bullshit.
Well, it's supposed to be. That's part of the plot. They specifically tell you that we are using these tropes and we're making you part of this repetitious loop.
Fuck it.
You're a terrible person, man.
Hey,
you're terrible.
So, curse word.
So Atom Eve.
That shit was ass. That was ass.
I loved it.
You loved it?
That shit was ass.
I read that shit a long time ago. I thought it was cool to see it. Like,
and that's for you, bro. Hey, this the clone Tyrone, but I love it.
Right. Hey, he don't mind when they doing experiments on white folks. Hey, he don't mind when they doing experiments on white
man.
folks.
I did not. Hey,
That's what
those
you
views are from what Santo is saying.
That's what he just. Hey,
nah.
they experiment on black people. Y'all
I'm just saying. I'm giving myself a.
Well deserved. That's a well deserved.
Hey, fire.
Adam Eve, for real, that was fire. What was fire about it?
Oh man,
the scrapping, man.
The scrapping.
You didn't like that scrapping, Santo?
No, I'm just saying, niggas don't even give a fuck about Adam Eve for real, bro. Niggas talk about the scrapping.
Don't get crazy, man. Don't get crazy.
So that's what you liked about the Adam Eve?
That was my favorite. I'm talking about
Adam
my favorite
Eve
part.
Was just as good as Hawkeye, man. It's just filler, like to wait,
like,
just to keep your palate wet until they bring the real.
Godlike. Adam Eve is godlike, bro.
Nah, I was caring. Yeah. Okay, but check this out. Check this out. I was yeah. Go ahead, Bobby. I was caring about the little. I'm like, oh, the little girl. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but here we are having a movie like there was no chicken involved. We had an hour show, and I didn't see one fried chicken on the screen. But if there was a black show, I'm pretty sure I would have seen some malt liquor and fried chicken.
I don't.
If it was invincible, Tyrone, it would be chicken, nigga.
I can't rock with you on that. Nah.
Oh my god, man.
Probably up some chitlins, nigga. Some chitlins, nigga.
Hey, we gonna see how they make Black Samson act. My bad, Dre. We gonna see how they make Black Samson act in this animation because I know in that comic book.
Hey, Santo, you feel me?
I know in that comic book.
I need to see that.
Hold on. Time out. What are we talking about? Black Samson, like
from Invincible, the character from the.
Yeah, I know, but what's he doing in the book?
No.
Well,
I want to know.
It's not a spoiler or nothing, but he's just like real niggerish in the like he has like a. I ain't gonna say niggerish, but he talks like a nigga.
Oh,
he do. Hey, and he also do a little tiny bit of.
Yeah. Do we need to see that?
What's the black dude name? What's the black dude name who took over for Invincible? When he was off planet, it was a black
Bulletproof.
dude.
Yeah.
Bulletproof was a nigga. He was trying to fuck Adam Eve and shit, bro.
Shooter gave it to him, dog. She was fucking with it. She was fucking with a clone. They cloned. What's that dude's name? Was a little kid?
Hey, she was a little too close to that grotesque motherfucker. But that also
once she got in that baby, but once she got in that teenage body, she was kind of on it. Like she's like, oh my god.
Hey, that was kind of unsettling, man. Now that whole busted up clone that they tried to make, and his anger with her. And her not even like understanding why the fuck you mad. Hey, all of that shit. I thought that shit was tight as fuck, man.
Oh, you talking about phase 2? I think that was.
Is it phase 2? It was like 4 of them, right? Like phase
was falling off.
Phase 2 was the big one. But watching that fight between them gave me like some newfound respect for her powers because the way she was using that shit was
Adam Eve was
yes, she is. Yeah. Hell yes, she is.
Trying to tell you niggas, like she's the ultimate support character, nigga. Like she is the ultimate support character. So you can do anything with Adam Eve.
So if she discovered she could do all of that,
she can hold her own because nigga, in that fight, her reflexes to the way she was using her powers, nigga, that shit was clean.
Hey, so how far?
I want to spoil this shit so bad.
So how far prequel is this Adam Eve story? This is her beginnings, right?
That's her.
This is before Mark gets his powers.
Hold on the screen up for me, Dre.
Yeah,
Mark gets his powers, and she's already showing Scarlet Witch Omega level, earth-shattering type powers. She's basically she can alter reality, right?
But you see what she did.
No. So, I'm just asking you a question. All I need is a yes or no.
I gotta find another picture.
She can alter reality.
She had the ability to alter reality. How come she didn't save this motherfucker when he was getting his ass beat during Invincible by his dad? She could have killed Omni-Man. She could have dismantled him.
I don't think she's.
Yeah, I don't think so.
She
She
can't.
was
No.
doing this before. No, she was doing it. It doesn't matter.
Hey,
Does
let's
not
get
matter.
it. Let's get it.
Because I got a rebuttal.
Okay.
She can move Omni-Man. She can create portals. There's so much that she can do. Omni-Man is strong, but Omni-Man is not Superman strong because that motherfucker got worked by 6 people in the round. When that little weak ass league, they have fake Flash, fake Batman, fake Wonder Woman.
They wasn't weak. They wasn't weak.
No, but they were beating his ass. So
because they can.
She has Omega level ability. She could just say infinity amount of weight, squash Omni-Man. You're dead. She don't have to dismantle him. She doesn't have to pull matter apart. She just needs to create something big enough.
Let's crack it.
See, I don't see it.
Hold on.
And separate the pieces and separate the bones.
Go ahead, Santo.
So Adam Eve, her whole thing is similar to like Gambit and Mr. Sinister, right? So she has a subconscious block that stops her from using godlike powers.
Yeah.
But she only uses it when either she's about to die, and I don't want to give too much away, but she can use it sometimes, and that's the only time when she's truly like
it's not reliable.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? She can't do that. So like as far as like infinite weight, if infinity is technically a thing, I think Omni-Man's pushing back whatever she's dropping on her. Like she can't use her powers to manipulate living flesh, whether it be a human or an animal or
she doesn't have
anything.
to manipulate his flesh. She just needs to pelt him with a bunch of shit.
Actually, she can't.
Hold on.
One at a time.
I'm saying.
So
go ahead, let him get off.
Hey, let him. Yeah, let's cook.
Andre, get that off. Go ahead.
Go right.
So from watching the first episode, this is from what I'm looking at. You got someone who is learning how to use their powers by themselves. So you don't really get from what it looks like. She's like probably 8th grade, right? In the first episode, she's not in high school yet. Or
no, I think her mark was probably like 12 or 13. I think.
Yeah. So you got to think that maybe 3-4 years, you still, and depending on who you're fighting and what you have to do, because Omni-Man is on a different type of level. She may never have had to do something that on that extreme level. So if you've never had to, that's like saying basketball reference. You've been playing against high school kids your whole life. And then somebody tells you, "Hey, go play against LeBron James." You're not the same.
If I remember right, in the Invincible series, she took a hiatus from the league or whatever the fuck for a little while, and she created whole ass biospheres and shit like that. That's God level. It's not like she can't expand water in his lungs. She might not have to manipulate. I'm just saying she can't. She can't not expand water in his lungs and make him bust from the inside. She is Mortal Kombat. She can't use her power.
There's a block.
That's block.
Okay, go ahead. Dre, go ahead.
No, so during this movie, when she tried to do the shit with the squirrel to turn it into a dog, she couldn't do that. So at that point, we're like, okay, you can't do that. But at the end of it, when she was in that omniscient form, she was able to grab those dudes with her energy, pull them towards her, and she was like, I can completely change your atoms around. I can change you from the despicable people that you are. So she does have the potential to do that.
But she has to be in the form. So
she has to be in that form. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that Avatar state.
She's only done that shit like 2 or 3 times, bro. Like it's not some shit that she can do. Like it's something really.
You don't think that it was drastic enough when Omni-Man was on a tirade, fucking up the earth, dragging his son, using him as a fucking wrecking ball to destroy a whole ass city? That wasn't dire enough for her to go into whatever Captain fucking Planet form that she had and do what she needed to do to save her fucking boyfriend.
I don't even think she could.
The story writing is stupid. That shit is stupid.
I don't even think Eve could at that point. So
they just put a filler issue.
Hey, Bobby, no, man, please, nigga.
My bad, sorry.
He heard Captain Planet.
Hey, he had me.
So when let's go back to Invincible when we're talking about like the fake ass Justice League and shit, and they had a group that's like the Teen Titans, right? none of them niggas can fuck with the Immortal for one. So let's remove Omni-Man.
The Immortal
from the
can't fuck
picture.
with the Immortal because this nigga got stabbed in his stomach like 4 times. Omni-Man juked him with his hand and chopped his head off. Like,
But that's the only way you can kill him. You have to take his head and you have to detach it from his body and move it somewhere. But we're not going to talk about how many times the Immortal came back alive because he's the Immortal.
Oh yeah. Hey.
I'm just saying.
Hey, Santo, you got to remember. Hey, we are very fluent. Oh no, Chuck, Chuck? Did you read it?
I've read the books and I watched the show.
Okay,
Like,
so
yeah.
we got to be careful with what's to come.
Oh, so
fellas.
you fluent in Invincible? That's dope.
Yeah, I know all.
Yeah.
I read all
Me
the
too.
backstories,
I read everything.
I know. Hey.
Shit, Adam Eve shit, Battle Beast shit. I'm there. I'm there with
me
this
too.
shit.
Yep.
I remember EXO sending me all that shit too. I was
Yep.
up on it.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know shit about it.
Hey, but that's
No,
what
me
I'm saying. So
either,
you
yeah.
can't count on Adam Eve or anybody in that, and I forget the name of their group, but you can't count on any of them to fuck with the Immortal, let alone
So she's a weak ass Jean Grey.
Omni-Man gonna fuck them all off at the same time, nigga.
She's a weak ass Jean Grey.
EXO got it.
Hey, I heard somewhere that Robert Kirkman said that Invincible will beat the shit out of Superman. He just said that a couple days ago.
He's just talking, bro.
Yeah, that's just hype.
I just
He's just talking.
Trying to get it cut. Hey, fellas, what we think about this movie from 1 to 10? What do we got?
Show. Wasn't it a show?
It was like a movie. It was like an hour long.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I thought it was gonna be like I was waiting for the next episode.
Hey, I didn't hear from you and Dre. What y'all think about it, Bobby?
No, I thought it was good. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I am a invincible amateur. I don't really know nothing about it, like the power set or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good to know, like it was good to watch. But
hey,
like
that's one thing that I appreciated, how they showed how her powers work. Yeah. That shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
It was a waste of my time.
It was good though.
This nigga Chuck, like, yeah,
an hour or nothing.
Go ahead, Dre. What'd you think?
No, I thought it was a good watch. Her origin story and stuff was, I mean, it was cool. Then you got the nigga in the background. He kind of reminded me of the old nigga from fucking
Nigga in the
Spawn. I can't think.
background. You
Yeah, I
funny.
can't think of his
Fuck
name
the
right
clown.
now.
You talking about Violator?
No, not clown.
No, not Violator.
The old dude who he used to be an angel.
Oh
and shit.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Trench coat hat, nigga.
Yeah. He remind me of that motherfucker. But what I loved most about it was the display of her powers, her reaction time to actually getting shit cracking, defending herself, going on the offensive, going back and forth. That shit was dope.
Yeah, that shit was dope as fuck, man. Hey.
I think the reason why they had to make this because in the next part of Invincible, she's gonna
be careful, sir.
I am.
Okay.
I am. She's gonna display something that makes you be like, who is she? You know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was a good thing for them to drop this. So when the next season drops, you'll understand why she's making the moves, how she's making them.
Yeah.
So I think that they
I want to know how fast they're gonna move through it.
The pacing,
yeah, because I'm curious because there's a lot of shit coming up, and I want to know
through DK because when I watch and read shit, it kind of blends in. You know what I'm saying? So the nigga DK, he makes the robots. Did they touch on that?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm glad that you said that because how that is where that is in the book. I just hope that they move toward what I think they're gonna move, and we see that because there is now for me, this is me personally, the love stuff and the love triangle between Invincible and them, like there's a lot of that coming up. And
with their homeboy, but that don't work because he gay.
Yeah, but that's what I'm curious how they're gonna do it. This is what's dope about it because Robert Kirkman wrote it.
And he gonna just do the thing.
Robert Kirkman wrote it, and he also adapting the show. So the person that wrote it is adapting the show, and I've seen the changes that he made, and I'm not complaining about none of the changes yet.
I am. Amber was terrible.
Okay, yeah, but see, I don't care about. I figured.
You don't care about black people in comic books?
Nah.
That's what he said.
He was white in the comic. She was white in the comic, and they made her black in the show because she was acting a certain way in the show. She really wasn't acting like that in the comic. If you want to be all the way funky,
No.
Like,
She wasn't like that at all.
Yeah,
She was
But
she
like
I
a white
think it's
chick.
I think it's kind of it's kind of weird how they did bring her black. So
right. And she acted
based
totally
off of how
different.
yeah, exactly.
And chicken
but-
and all that shit. Yeah, she's
Nah, she ain't got no
attitude.
chicken. She ain't
I
never
knew
had
he
no
was a
chicken.
superhero
But
the
she had a
whole
funky
time,
ass
nigga.
attitude about this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew he was a superhero the whole time.
Oh, that's
nigga.
Right. Yeah, that shit.
Hey
Yeah,
boy,
yeah.
don't you ever say that type of shit. I'm a real one, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Ah.
Get Amber the
Going
fuck out of
invincible,
here,
my
bro.
nigga.
Hey, so
I don't
hey,
think Miles Morales is gonna make his appearance.
let's hear some numbers. I got an 8 on it. Let's hear some numbers. Where we at? A round up.
8.5.
8.5. All right.
It's a solid
conflicted,
7.
bro. Yeah, because I like the comic better.
It's just the origin story, and it's a weekly told
Yeah.
one. Like it was
an
kind of
origin
weak,
story.
like a 7. But it looked good. Like it was the fight scenes and stuff. were
Yeah,
dope.
it
Everything
could
about
be
it.
it could be a 9 for me, but
I don't want to call it weak. I'm gonna say a strong 7. I'm gonna say strong 7.
Bobby,
It was 8. I'll give it an 8. It was good, man. It was good.
Rocks
10.
10. All right.
No.
I don't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say if somebody said 10, I wouldn't say, "Oh, Lego, you tripping."
No, I'm just saying he likes it. I ain't even got to think about it.
Me not reading it and
Even though I gave you all that reading material a long time ago.
I don't think you have.
Yeah,
this.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Red. Text messages? Because I'll go through
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'll go through that.
Hey,
I'm
same
going-
time I gave it to Dre. Same time. I sent it to everybody.
So I was gonna give it like a 9 because I thought it was like episodes, but if it's just a movie, like just one shot thing,
Yeah, shit was
that's a
boring.
10. Like I appreciate
What?
what it gave me. I appreciate
Oh,
what it gave
it's
me.
a 10.
Boring.
Yeah,
Dre,
it's a 10. Hey,
It's just
We
an
got- we
origin
got-
story. Like
it was
I
That's why I
like
didn't like Wonder Woman, because I was fucking tired of origin stories. I ain't even gonna hold you up, but
Hey man,
like,
I'll take a smooth origin.
It would have been
I'll
a
take
smooth.
one.
It would have been a smooth 9 if it was like fucking 30 minutes, but an hour's worth of that
I'll
bullshit.
take a silky origin story. Every once in
it
a while. I'll
was
take a
decent.
silky one.
It had
It
to be an
was-
hour.
He said, "Why it's got to be a silky origin story?"
A
No,
Hawaiian.
I'm fucking with Santo. The nigga be like a smooth 8, a silky. Mine's is a silky. Nigga. Hey Dre, what you think, man? With the number on that?
Yeah, I said 8.5.
he said 8. He said
Okay.
8.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, well, our fellas, I think that since we got
Marcus.
that out of the way,
And let's get back to that
let's-
real shit.
yeah, let's get to what I've been waiting for all day. If somebody got 20, well, we do 15 to 20. We'll do 15 to 20 minutes
Send Norm the link.
to. Oh yeah, we got a jury a member that is we got he's gonna get the man Darth Vader off. Hey, would you put his crimes up? Let's put his crimes up real quick. My man Chuck has been hired. They found Darth Vader hiding in a basement of the old Ed Gein house, and he was in there hiding. And they brought him in, took his fingerprints, and found out that he got all these crimes. So, hey, he's on trial for count 1, killing the Jedi younglings. Count 2, killing Obi-Wan Kenobi. Count 3, killing Rebel Battalion and Rogue One. Count 4, killing the Emperor. Count 5, murdering Tusken Raiders. Count 6, decapitating Count Dooku. Count 7, destroying Alderaan. Is that Alderaan?
Alderaan, yeah.
Yeah. Count 8, choking Admiral Osel to death. I remember that too.
Yeah.
Count 9,
What
killing
up, though?
Carbon. Count 10, killing an entire mining crew. Count 11, strangling Captain Antilles. Is that how you say his name?
No, it's Captain Antilles.
Antilles. Count 12, destroying X-Wing pilot in a trench run. Count 13, killing separatists.
Separatists.
Yeah, separatists.
On hey, help me with that whole sentence. Mustafar.
Yes.
And killing an entire rebel squadron. Count 14. Count 14 counts. As he is up for trial. Bring up my man. He's standing in court. Bring up his court picture. So
He said
Chuck has been hired as this counsel He's gonna have 15 to 20. Let's see how we get through this.
Why the fuck do I have to look at this nigga?
Uninterrupted. Let's write down our questions that we have to ask him. So if he wants us to ask, well, we're gonna get the time to ask questions.
I mean, I'm supposed to be
my guy Norm. What up, Norm?
What's up, Norm?
Where we at? Where you at?
There we go.
Oh yeah, there you go. He on. Hey, everybody, he's being judged. So the floor is yours, sir. Chuck.
Well, I mean, you have to, as a prosecutor, you need to tell me
this whole conference.
What was that?
You're talking about as far as the conference. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So as far as I had a couple of questions real quick. Now, are we judging this based off of the Empire or off of the Rebel side?
Oh, see, hey, so I told you.
Hey, shut up, man. Answer the question.
Well, now, let me break this down. Let me break it down real quick.
Without any help, Norm, go ahead and break it down.
Taking too long. I want to present as defense of the council because this man's entire legacy right now is in jeopardy, and you guys are dealing with foolishness. So I'm not going to have you talking over me, and I'm not going to have you guys misrepresenting and bringing about garbage facts from a terrible point of view.
Okay.
The entire sky. My client wants to be referred to as Anakin Skywalker. Darth Vader was his operating name under the Empire. So if the Rebellion 5 is the court that's convicting him, I want to file countersuit against the prosecution as well and against the rebellion.
Why is that? Why is that, sir?
I'll start presenting the facts when you ask me questions.
Hey, Norm, let's just we'll handle that after. Let's get
real quick.
Let him get busy. Let him get busy. Hold on, let him get busy. Nah. Ain't no real quick. Let him get busy, man. Hold on.
Of the 15 charges, 4 of them are the same thing. 2 of them run on congruent timelines. So you're trying to run, you're going to charge him for a double homicide for Captain Antilles.
Hold on, Norm.
Let me counter that real quick, if I may. Now, some of these charges, according to, if we're going off the rebel side, paralleling the Geneva Convention, there's articles that subpar multiple fractions within fractions, such as like taking out Alderaan. Not only did he take out a whole culture of genocide, but he also violated some protocol articles of, let's say, destroying cultural artifacts, stuff like that, which are also to be taken into consideration.
Yeah. Also, aiding and abetting the known galactic terror.
Okay.
Who's the galactic terror? He's a known galactic terror.
He has a question.
Whom are you referring to as the galactic terror? Who is that?
Bobby.
So there's Sheev Palpatine, which we will.
So again, is this a Republican? Is this a Republic court or is this
This is the Rebellion 5 court. This thing got shit to do.
Okay, so we gonna go off of. Let me just hear the evidence. Let me hear the evidence.
Order, none of that counts right now.
Nah. Let's hear the evidence. Let's see what Chuck got. Go ahead, man. Cook.
15. It's 15 counts, right?
14.
Some of them are the same. So let me run through the list.
Let's start with still killing the babies. Can we start with that?
Okay. First and foremost, he was Anakin Skywalker at the time. I don't like the alias Darth Vader. That's slanderous. It's a name that was given to him.
Mm-hmm.
So
is that true? Am I expert? Is that true?
I object.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I object. Palpatine actually gave him that name before he was assigned to kill the younglings. Okay. So in essence, if you actually, according to the Geneva Convention, he was actually following orders of not only, if you want, of the rebellion leader. Not the rebellion. Of the Republic leader. Mm-hmm. At the time, Palpatine was not the king of the Empire. Was not the emperor. No, he was. This is correct. He was the galactic. He was the head of the Galactic Senate, and he had control of all the military for the Clone Wars. So technically, he was following the orders of the Galactic Republic leader. So there's no way he can be found guilty on that.
Oh, are you helping helping me defend this guy?
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm backwards on it. Bobby, were you
you helping me get you helping me.
He's being
You helping me
impartial.
get Darth Vader. Well, he's being impartial. I mean,
okay, but I don't think that's going to work either way because here's the thing, though. That doesn't change that he did the crime.
If he was operating,
but if he was ordered by the president to stop a coup,
go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, he was basically operating as a soldier. He has been his entire life. He was purchased as a child by the rebellion. Then, after he became a Jedi, or at least within his training, he basically became a wetworks agent, and they assigned him directly to protect Chancellor Palpatine, who happens to be the same menace. So he was operating under the orders of somebody who was of an actual office. He was doing his job. He was a soldier. Regardless as to whether Palpatine was the emperor or not, he was also the chancellor, which means he was the highest person that was sitting on the seat of the council at the time when they were making decisions to make clones and everything else. All those orders, he ordered the clones to be put into effect with, with the assistance of the princess, like upon her agreeal type shit. But Palpatine was the man in charge.
I got one question.
So okay, go ahead, Santo.
Has this soldier ever acted on their own will when they were supposed to be following orders?
Yeah, they have. And you know what happened when they acted on their own will? They got court-martialed. Darth Vader was just doing his job, and he did it effectively.
And that's exactly what would have happened to him if he didn't do his job.
So he would have got it.
I still don't see. I'm confused. Oh, go ahead, Rock.
I got a question.
That's still him. He's still committing the crime, though.
It's not a crime. It's not a crime if you're obeying military orders.
So all those soldiers during Desert Storm that went over to protect those oil fields, and they were mercenaries as Americans, under the guise of Dick Cheney, our vice president, went over there to Iraq and he bombed civilians and they killed all these people to protect these oil fields in our best interest. Nobody got war crime for any, and the only company that did was that Black Hawk company or whatever. And Trump gave him a pass or whatever, a federal pass on the pardon. Yeah. So it depends on who wins. So again, it would depend if this court is of the New Republic after the Empire fell. Then those rules would apply as far as him committing a crime. But like if America's in power, you didn't commit a crime if we're the ones that are judging. Does that make sense?
Go ahead, Bobby. Bobby has a question.
Counsel,
I didn't get mine off.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
go
my
ahead,
bad, Rock. My bad. I can't barely see you down there. Go ahead. Get a ring light, my nigga.
Yeah. It still doesn't stop my voice being heard. So
hey, go ahead, white t-shirt.
Thank you. So him following orders, did he have orders to kill the children?
He did.
He did. Direct orders.
Direct orders to kill them.
That's what Order 66 was. It was to eliminate all Jedi.
Now
they
did
just
he have
happen to
orders?
be kids.
Okay, now did he have orders to choke the nigga out?
Hold on, are we still talking about the younglings or which one?
He's going through the crime.
Yes, because I remember he just choked the nigga out for no reason.
No, he never chokes anybody out for no reason. He choked them out for insubordination. Yeah, he force choked them, but he force choked them for a reason. He specifically gave him an order.
Let's go into each one and break each one down because I'm really interested in what Chuck has to say too.
Right.
Bobby asked this question. Then we're gonna go through these crimes.
Okay, counsel, I have a question. Did Sidious and Vader commit these heinous acts, but during the New Republic or after the Empire was created?
Most of these happened after the Empire was ratified. Once Palpatine was given his seat of power, all the bullshit started.
So when Order 66 was initiated, was it during the Republic or the Empire?
It's during
that Empire. Was the transition.
Okay, but what I'm asking is when Order 66 was given, what governmental body did we have?
The Empire.
The old Republic. I mean the Republic.
Okay. So let the court show that these acts, in terms of Order 66, were committed during the Republic.
And a
Okay.
republic, it would be a crime under the republic.
So who was in charge of the republic, or who sat at the high seat of the council of the republic at that time? It wasn't
Bobby.
Darth Sidious, it was Chancellor Palpatine, sir.
Palpatine.
So he was
Correct.
still operating under the order of the high man under the republic. He was doing a job.
Can you pull his crimes up, Dre? Oh, Dre left the station. Okay, hold on. I got him written down right here. Okay, so the
Kinda
force
doing the
choke,
job.
the force choke,
On who specifically?
the
Yeah,
force
you
choke.
forced like
What
8
do you-
niggas.
He
He
force
committed-
choked a lot of
he-
motherfuckers, but I'm just saying
assault.
the one that you're. Which one? Who is this?
He's talking.
Hey,
Are you talking about Admiral Alvel? Number 8.
Choking, yeah, Admiral Alzel to death, choking him to
Okay.
death.
What film was that?
That was Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly, because he came out of light speed too fast when he told him not to. He was like, well, we
Correct.
figured the element of surprise was going to get him. He was like, he's as clumsy as he is stupid. I told him not to drop out of light speed. He dropped out unannounced. So there might have been some corporal punishment involved. The fact that he has a weak larynx versus, Darth Vader's faith in the Force, the dude is weak.
So
I mean,
you're
it happens.
admitting-
People. I know what I say is people die on the surgery table. He was being disciplined at the time. So in the midst of that discipline, he happened to, not do his
that
job.
would be that would be a death still, sir.
But it's not a murder. It's not a murder. That's a disciplinary action by a higher up. That's
If a
his
nigga
job.
died getting disciplined, that's a murder.
It happens a lot of times. There's plenty of niggas that you do not hear about to get murdered all the time being disciplined under our military.
Okay, but we still talking about murder.
I mean, this doesn't seem like murder to me. It's discipline. It's just disciplinary action. I mean, would he
Don't
be
kill
guilty
me.
of
killing an entire rebel squadron?
He killed an entire rebel squadron that stole blueprints from the Death Star. So what they basically had were stolen documents from the Empire. At that time, the Empire was in charge, and he was following the Emperor's orders to get the plans back. Number one, they were stolen by that motherfucker from Andor way, way back. The information that they had, they were giving to the rebels, and they stole it from the Empire. He was merely trying to recover stolen property, and they were casualties in between.
Were the
He asked them to come back.
rebels, would they
They
be
were
considered
armed.
like active terrorists?
Yes. Under the law of the Empire, yes, they would.
He
They're
killed
rebels.
Obi-Wan
They're
Kenobi.
renegades. No, Obi-Wan Kenobi
Hence the word
committed
rebel.
suicide. Yeah,
Wait,
I
what'd you
mean-
say? He committed suicide.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, what you mean by that, sir? Can you elaborate on that, counsel?
He gave himself up. He stepped into the lightsaber. If you strike
Is
me
this-
down, I'll become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Why would the greatest swordsman in the world raise his lightsaber and commit himself to be struck down if he knew death was imminent? And honestly, I want to file countersuit against Ben Kenobi because he was harboring children, kidnapping, absconding with children, and separating them from their natural parent.
What about the fact that he killed Palpatine at the end of Return of the Jedi? He killed, murdered, he commanding officer and leading of the. Can you answer that, Chuck?
The fact that he killed Palpatine, I mean, he was defending his son. It's
That's
kind of
not
a
an order.
self-defense issue. Huh? That's not an order, but if you're getting hit with lightning as your son is getting electrocuted and you step in the way,
I got you, Norm.
you're
I'm
going to
coming
try
to
to
you,
do
Norm.
whatever you can do, you're going to do whatever it is possible to protect your family, your son. Are you
Question.
not? You're not going to step
No.
in. You're not going to kill a motherfucker if your son is getting mauled. What are you going to do?
I have a question.
I'm sorry,
hold
Your
on,
Honor.
before-
What would you do? You're a
I,
father,
know,
right?
I would
Question.
personally.
So
Hold on,
you
Bobby.
feel that
Hold
you-
on, Bobby. Hold on, Bobby.
This is my question to all the fathers in here. If you were defending your child, if you're defending your child from being mortally wounded by a person, regardless as to what their position is, would you not consider him being pitched, down like an exhaust tube or some shit like that? I mean, maybe he wasn't paying attention to where he was going, but he was defending his son in the process.
Bobby, I got you on this one.
So go ahead. Well, he was. Let him go first.
Well,
and
actually,
then
I
you
want to
go,
hear
Bobby.
let's hear what Bobby has to say, and then I'll retort. And
Question, counsel. So when Darth Vader was saving his quote unquote son,
Wow. It's quote
in
unquote.
Legends or in canon, right?
that
That's
is
amazing.
Because okay, so follow me. Norm, follow me. So
I am.
under the Galactic Empire, he's Darth Vader, right? And he's following orders. Is that true, Council?
Yeah.
And if he were saving his son, he would be Anakin Skywalker. Is that correct? Because
Yeah.
Anakin Skywalker has a son. Darth Vader doesn't have a son. Is that fair? Is that a fair assumption, sir?
No, because he made a declaration in 2 movies. He told Luke to his face that he was his father. Luke knew who his actual father was. And he told him, even prior to starting the final conflict with him, before he ended up murdering the Emperor, he said, we can rule the galaxy together as father and son. If you won't fall in line, then I'm going to talk to your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
It wasn't
Bobby.
a so-called.
He's got
so
he's got 5 more minutes to cook. Now I'm cook
You
5 minutes.
You're gonna tell me if you change your name, but you got 2 kids, just because you changed your name to Silky Slick Smooth, those kids ain't your kids no more because your name is different.
As far as a whole, what is the key point you want us to hear about Anakin? I was about to say Darth Vader. Anakin Skywalker.
I appreciate you, sir. Anakin was a man that was operating as a child under government entities the entire time. He was purchased. His entire life, he has been used as a tool for the rebellion at first, and he was raised by the rebellion to basically be a wet works religious agent. So he was kind of molded and shaped already to be pointed spear, supposedly to go against the Empire before it formed or before it came into power. Within that time, he's obeying orders of a Jedi Council. He's also obeying the orders of the Emperor. Regardless as to how misguided he is, legally, he ended up running the whole shit. He's been under this person's umbrella the entire time. So I wouldn't call it insanity. He was just doing a job.
Y'all reading that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Acting in the rebellion and was forced to turn to kill his son, but he didn't. Right. Exactly. He didn't.
So basically it's not his fault. Is that what you're alluding to? None of these crimes are his fault. And why is that?
Because they're not crimes. What he was doing what he had to do. He was doing real nigga shit. His whole life, he was born a slave. The motherfucker gets a job as a soldier.
Strike that from the record. Objection, strike that from the record.
Well, whatever.
Go ahead,
Tyrone, bro.
All right. So I agree with Chuck, but his angle is off. And no disrespect to either one of you, but you both sound like you got daddy issues. It has nothing to do with father and son. We're talking about war crimes. Luke Skywalker was part of the rebellion. Luke Skywalker was one of the leaders of the rebellion. Matter of fact, he was leader of Red Squadron, or Blue Squadron, or one of the squadron, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Now, he ended up becoming a general on top of that. Now, with that being said, he announced, and all throughout that last movie of Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, that he was going to go to Yavin 4, and he was going to turn his dad to the light side, to his side. So he was going to turn a turncoat. He was going to turn a spy in war. It had nothing to do with his father's son. I mean, I love the angle, but as far as the war crimes aspect of it, Darth Vader couldn't be found guilty because he was handled more or less by a operative to perform a coup and put in a new form of government. Now that's the war perspective.
So I'm gonna ask.
But Chuck is right. Darth is not guilty.
Well, we ain't doing deliberation yet. So hold on, my nigga.
Oh, my bad.
Chuck, with the Force, doesn't he have to accept the Force, or is it something that just kind of took him over?
The whole reason that he was recruited as a child was because he naturally had it.
Yeah, he was strong in the Force.
He was strong in it already. He was natural. his latent ability was enhanced as, you know, he learned and as he started dealing with his emotion and stuff like that. But I mean, what does the Force have to do with it? Because that's his weapon of choice.
Yeah. And also I remember in one of the prequels him saying, you know what I'm saying, I liked what I did, you know what I'm saying, I slaughtered those motherfuckers.
There's a lot of people in the military that say that they like running around shooting motherfuckers too. And the bloodlust is
that's
real.
a whole rabbit hole, because I think a lot of that's a whole rabbit hole. So we're gonna use American
I don't even
soldier.
but not, you know, going through the emotional side or the psychological side of it. Even in the death of all those people on Alderaan, sorry for their loss, but he was not the person that pulled the trigger. Grand Moff Tarkin was the one that ordered the shot.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's have a closing argument for you, Chuck, and then we're gonna deliberate.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Rox.
I just want to make sure I'm correct on this. I'm not. Did he not go back and kill his mother killers? Was that an order?
He did do that.
I don't think that was an order.
No. He was there when she died. She died.
No,
in
I
his
thought
arms.
she died. I thought
she died in his arms. He was there at the hut, and he went to go get her, and she died there. So
she basically was sick under horrible circumstances.
Yeah. So
no, what you mean? So she was staying there peacefully? She wasn't being detained? No, you don't think he went and killed them because he was rescuing his mother?
No. So because after she died, because she died before he tried to kill anybody, I believe. I haven't watched it. But did he have to kill? Did he kill though?
Let him close the argument, then you ask the question after. No. I'm talking about you, Chuck. Chuck, give us your closing argument. What you want, what the key points you want us to leave us with, and then
in the Tusken Raider village, he went to go retrieve his mom. Mm-hmm. She was in captivity by the Tusken Raiders. Regardless as to whether they were hostile towards him at that point in time or not, if somebody is holding your mom, she's detained. She was taken away. Even when he went back to go see her, the man that she was supposed to marry, she was kidnapped by the Tusken Raiders. So they had already performed a hostile act. He was going to retrieve his mother, and she died in his arms. There's a reason why those people are dead right now. I don't call that insanity. I don't call that bloodlust. I call that him going to get his mama. So, I mean, you can quantify that how you want to, but the oneness
temporary insanity.
That's some real nigga shit. You wouldn't go and shoot up a house if you knew some motherfuckers had your mom in the back room.
But that would be temporary insanity.
You as a person, if you're about to convict this man, who all he has been doing, if you want to take the personal angle, you want to convict this man over basically being dutiful to his job, being so attached to his family that he would kill for them, and being a dedicated enough man in his religion to where he utilized his powers to be a tool for the government. Like, where's the crime? He's doing his job, and he was taking care of his family.
Did he killed kids in that?
Okay.
There's kids in
Rox,
there.
you have to wait until your turn to deliberate.
You can ask questions then.
Okay. So Chuck, you wanna leave it on there, or you want something to say?
I don't think that it makes him a war criminal. I mean, I'm looking for the facts where he did something outside of what was his job, other than throwing Palpatine down a trench. I don't think he knew that trench was there. You know, he was protecting his son, bro.
Okay, so since you was doing what, go ahead, Rox. You have one question and then a deliberation, sir. Go ahead.
My question is, as far as him killing, I get that he's going to get his mother. Yes. And you're saying all his crimes were under a order, right? Under order.
Yes.
Was there an order for him to go do any of that? I think that was on his free will. I'm pretty sure that was on his free will.
No, Order 66 was an actual order. It was a military order. Kill all the Jedi. The kids that he killed.
No. I'm talking about when he went to go get his mom. When he went to go get his mom.
When he went to go get his mom, he killed the entire village of Tusken Raiders. He does not know Johnny from anybody. They all had hoods on, so you know.
Yeah. So was that an order?
He was protecting himself.
Was that an order?
No, that was not an order, but he was defending his mother. He was rescuing his mother.
Hey,
Go
the
ahead.
jury cannot antagonize the counsel. This is not one of those things that you
I'm
can't
used to
attack
this.
my
This
lady.
dude's whole legacy has been smeared, bro. It's been people running around trying to act like Darth Vader, man. Like, come on.
Oh, wait, hold up. What did you just say?
It's people running around trying to act like Darth Vader. He is an icon.
Oh, okay, I thought you was using as an argument that he might have not been it. Okay, never mind. I was thinking something
no,
crazy.
no, none of that. If it don't fit, you must have quit. Most of this is circumstantial. This is
Okay.
a lot of this is just circumstantial. No, none of that.
Rocks, go ahead and give your what do you plea? Is that what's your decision? What's your decision, sir?
The verdict.
Guilty or not guilty?
Look, guilty.
Why?
He went and even if he gave away most of those accounts, that he still went and did something and killed without an order. If you want to say he's a soldier, he went and killed a whole group of people, even if it's his mother. If you did that without your order, that's a crime. You're guilty.
So is the crime him operating outside of his station? Is the crime is he getting court-martialed for killing them? Because the killing them, I don't think he's guilty for that.
I think that was one of the on the
because
list.
No, I'm saying the crime is for him. I don't think he's guilty of killing his mother. Is he guilty of operating outside of what he was instructed to do? Yes. He took leave. He went AWOL. He went to go protect his mother, though. That was a situation that was, wouldn't you consider that a mitigating circumstance? I just provide this and think about it. If you got a phone call from your homeboy and he said, bro, I seen 6 or 7 dudes take your mom to yada, yada, yada address, and they got her there. And you're like, I'm at work. I can't do anything right now. I'm at a military post. I can't do anything right now. I'm at my job. I'm at my wherever the fuck I'm at. I'm at work right now. Are you not going to dip out from work, go get the thing, and go retrieve your mama?
If you had the ability to, yeah,
this
absolutely.
is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So, with that being said, you get to this scene, you're going to tell me that you have the wherewithal and the emotional balance to where you are not going to go and get rid of the rest of those captors just to make sure that you get out of there in better shape than you got in. To me, it's a preemptive measure. You kill them all because now that you got your mom, whether she's dead or not, I got to get out of here alive anyway, or else I'm going to end up tied up just like her.
Bobby, what do you
kill them all?
Bobby, you there?
2 lightsabers, Darth Maul.
Okay. Nah, he ain't there. Santo, let's go. What you got, man?
Darth Vader is guilty of using excessive force during discipline.
Excessive force is not the charge.
He killed him. Yeah.
Just because he got a weak trachea, man. Yeah. I mean,
so he applied a pressure force, excessive force, to a nigga with a weak throat.
He's a military operative, right? Are they not like trained for combat and stuff like
that?
Y'all
hear me?
Aren't they supposed to be durable?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you, Bobby. Aren't they supposed to be durable? I mean,
but they're not.
People get raised in the military. In the military, aren't they supposed to be durable? And sometimes
they're not supposed to be killed by their superior, though. So he is guilty of killing that man. Even though
who is that man that you're referring to? You keep on saying that man, and I'm wondering who you're talking about.
I said his name. I don't know his name. Azazel. What's his name?
Azel. He was executed because he didn't do his job. It might have been excessive discipline, but nobody else there has the station to discipline that guy. Okay.
So
Admiral Azel.
You just answered my question. You said it might have been excessive discipline, and I believe it was excessive discipline, and that's the reason why he's guilty on the charge.
Okay. Wow. Let's go to Norm. Norm, if you have a question, or go ahead and you can ask it, and then give us your reason and what you going with.
So, are we grouping all these crimes together in one, or And so we're supposed to say whether he's guilty or not, and the reason why, or am I just asking questions?
They're guilty. He's going to be guilty on all counts.
But I don't think
he's guilty on all counts.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
he
he's
is.
guilty
It's already
of
been
the
made
one
up.
that I named. As far as him, I didn't get to finish. As far as him
Oh, okay, my bad. My
You
bad.
could have
operating,
given
yeah,
a
like
kill
as
on
far as
this
him
because
operating under Palpatine and doing jobs as a soldier, I don't think he's guilty of that.
Dre, can you look up? You look up second degree. Would you say that second degree murder? What he did on Ozzel?
Yeah.
Okay, look up how much for second degree.
I
As
don't
Darth
think
Vader,
that's second degree murder. I think that it would be more like manslaughter or negligent homicide.
or
Because
as
all
Darth
he
Vader,
did was
right?
just drop them there. Yeah, he
Okay.
dropped them.
Let's go with negligent homicide. Let's do that because he had a weak throat. I think his throat wasn't strong.
I can do negligent homicide.
Okay.
Okay,
don't
hold
even
on,
think-
hold on. All right, to expound on that. So what we're talking about here is a time of war. This man disobeyed a direct order or fucked up an order, right? That's what it comes down to, right, Ozzel?
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
Basically.
So under the following sections of the USMG, the death penalty can be imposed in both times of war and peace.
Let's
Rule
go.
number
Let's go,
94,
Norm.
mutiny or sedition. Number 99, behavior before the enemy. Number 100, subordinate compelling surrender. 101, improper use of countersign. 102, forcing a safeguard. 103A, espionage, and then 104, aiding the enemy. There's more, but that right there was aiding the enemy because he had warned him not to fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that's aiding an enemy.
The
You
rebels
warned the
escaped.
enemy. You warned the enemy they were coming. That he fucked up the whole Hoth mission.
Yeah.
The whole the point of
They
the
got
probe
away.
was to sneak up on him.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
fuck
Chuck.
up.
Go ahead, Chuck. I'll let
No, I'm
Chuck
just
go.
saying they got away. I mean, he's good.
Okay,
I mean,
go ahead, Santa.
No,
I
was
didn't know
gonna
that
say,
you guys were
fuck up
operating
can-
within the confines of like American law standards and stuff like that. I'm just
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, but it's a good point that he bring up. But just to say, but just to retort what he said,
I mean, he aided the enemy by exposing himself.
a fuck up. Yeah, so I'll use one of Rox's references. If we're playing basketball and I do a crossover and I get the ball stolen and the niggas go score on a fast break, I help the team, but it was a mistake. I don't deserve to be executed or on the spot without having due process. So as far as what you were reading about war crimes having a death penalty, you still have to go through due process for that. It's not execution on the spot.
No, hold on. Now hold on. What about the Republic?
He said, in times of war, they are actually in the middle of live fighting.
I see where he's going.
There are
Okay.
lives on the line. So if you're not listening to a military order and you disobey, that's other people's lives already cost to them. TIE fighters destroyed. There were a bunch of damn TIE fighters that got crushed in the asteroid belt that didn't have to. They didn't even have to do the asteroid chase if they would have caught them on Hoth. Simple. It was an extraction. He was going in to get Princess Leia.
Under your principles. Oh, my bad, Chuck. I'm over you.
No,
go ahead.
But no, you're good. Go ahead.
Under your guidelines, it doesn't have to be American guidelines. Under your guidelines, what would you say he is, guilty or not guilty? Let's just do it how you think.
Not guilty because as not guilty because to counter what Santo was saying. Santo is comparing a sports game with lives at risk. My brothers and sisters, my airmen, people I trained with. Fuck
what I was doing was
I was just talking about going home and seeing family.
Yeah. I was trying to highlight capitalizing.
One at a time, fellas.
I just want to get that out there because he said my name, and I'm going to respond when the nigga says my name. So what I was doing, I was highlighting a mistake. So regardless of whatever the situation may be, because that situation was used prior. So I said, and I gave homage to the nigga I took it from before I said it. I said, like Rock said. So highlighting a mistake doesn't deserve a death penalty. That was my point of bringing it up. Not to say, this is basketball and this is war. Nigga, you know what the fuck highlighting a mistake means, nigga. If I drop something and you pick it up, I abetted you inadvertently, but I did not try to help you.
Have you watched the movie,
nigga, that's the reason for the war. If I help you,
have you watched the movie?
For sure.
Have you watched the movie?
No.
Ozzel disobeyed a direct order. No, hold on. Listen.
Let him go.
Ozzel disobeyed a direct order. He
Okay.
was
You watched
told
the
to
movie?
stand outside of the system, so not to alarm the rebels. When he was asked by who was the dude that took his place after he was choked? I can't remember his name, but he was told not to jump
Captain
ahead. And when
Neater.
Darth Vader asked him later why he did it, he said it was because he was trying to get ahead and he was trying to impress the Emperor. It had nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, him making a mistake. He did it on purpose.
That is a mistake.
So hold on.
You
Quick
try to
question.
upstage your leader by trying to appease his trying to look better for his leader.
Right. Niggas make mistakes all the time.
But it was a mistake. He purposely
So I'm gonna
disobeyed
go
the
back
order.
to the analogy that you don't like, since I like them so well, nigga. If I'm getting ready to do a crossover, I'm intentionally doing a
But it has
crossover,
nothing to
nigga.
do with
If the
nothing.
Hey,
ball
hey,
get
hold
up,
on. Hey, hold on. Hold on.
Analogy.
Hey, order. Okay, first of all, it does. There is a shot in Chuck's atmosphere because you just admitted you didn't see the movie, so that right there, that's a problem.
But isn't this?
Sounds like a
But
Miss
me and you
Charlotte.
had this. Me and you had this conversation earlier. They're supposed to present, regardless if I've seen it or not, because I've seen a lot of Star Wars shit, but I can't say, oh, this is this.
You're correct. You're correct.
You're supposed to present evidence to me to make me say, oh, he's not guilty without a shadow of a doubt. You niggas haven't done that.
Right.
So I don't give a fuck how mad niggas get or what niggas gotta say. He's guilty.
You got a point.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, go ahead. Let's go to Bob. No. Bobby's has been up for a long time. Go ahead, Bobby.
Okay.
In terms of what Vader / Anakin is guilty of, I believe Anakin Skywalker is guilty of the murder of the Tusken Raiders. Because
I was about to get back to that.
Because under the Jedi code, a Jedi never acts from hatred, anger, fear, or aggression, but acts when calm and at peace with the Force. This is a Jedi tenet that Jedis are supposed to follow. And when they break these rules, they are either captured or killed by Jedi for fear of turning to the dark side. So that's the first thing. I feel he is guilty of those crimes. I also feel that he is guilty in the aiding and abetting in the Order 66 because Palpatine had a secret order. This order was embedded into the genetic codes of all the clones. So when upon saying activate Order 66, they automatically have the thought process of killing Jedi. Now at this time, the Jedi were part of the police force of the Republic. Is this true or not true?
Yeah, but he was Palpatine's personal assistant.
It's true. You said it's true.
It's true. Yes, it's true.
Okay. So, aiding and abetting in Order 66, he is guilty of these crimes. As Darth Vader under the Empire, he is acquitted of all crimes because during that time, he is acting as the enforcer of the Emperor. And he has no limits to do what he only serves the emperor, and only him. Yeah. So any kind of act that he does is automatically good.
Execute authority.
He can execute authority. He can kill anybody he wants to. It does not matter. The only person he looks up to or orders to is the Emperor. I do also feel that he is guilty of turning on the Empire for aiding and abetting Luke Skywalker, a known rebel. I do feel that he's guilty of that.
Yeah, but that's not one of the war crimes that's actually listed in that.
Yeah, you're actually defending Chuck because you're supposed to be.
I'm just saying what I feel he's guilty and not guilty of. That's all.
Okay, so you're kind of split with some of the crimes.
So
he's just on different. He's giving his verdict on different counts.
I think he's going off each count.
Yeah, I'm going off each count. Yeah.
Okay, so that's still some time. That's still gonna get some time.
Yes.
Dre, based off of what you heard, man, where you going? Judged by 9?
Judged by 12.
Judged by 12, carried by 6. Okay.
Carried by 6, nigga.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dre.
Pack.
Oh, based on what I heard, this is a tough one.
Yeah, I'm over here like
there's some good ass arguments in here, and I'm sorry I couldn't have been right here, nigga. I have hawk vision in my house because I'm in the country, and I had some some creatures I had to catch in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Oh yeah. If this nigga Dre turns into Spider-Man, watch out.
You saw it? Oh my
Yeah.
god, dog. Oh, that's the second one.
Hey, look at my man. He waiting for his he waiting to hear what his sentence is. Go.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. What
Come
you
on,
think?
man.
Terrence Howard under there. Hey, that'd
Did I
be so
tell y'all?
funny,
Did I
man.
did I
Hey, you
tell y'all I'm
imagine?
from Maine, man? No,
Hey, you imagine
politics
him?
is hard,
You imagine
man.
him going with that damn mask on, nigga.
How come they didn't have Terrence Howard on the Clone Tyrone?
She would sound like a busted AC, nigga.
Go ahead.
Man.
Man.
See, I'm feeling like you right now, X. So fuck.
Yeah, I
Where
was
to
like,
go?
nigga, I don't know where I'm going.
Oh man. I would like to hear more from our Darth Troll Smacker down there because I don't feel like he really got to present what he was trying to present.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
On
Norm.
on Ozzel you're talking about, or which one?
All
Just-
the time.
just
You want to
your-
make a point on.
Yeah, just your verdict in general because I don't feel like you got to finish it out.
Well, if we go, I mean, I know you don't want me to go down to all 15 of them, but as far as the ones that he did while he was under the command or direct order of Palpatine, I don't think he would be guilty of. And anything that he did at the time of war, where he betrayed Palpatine and for the rebellion, which later became the Republic, he would not be subjected to, because if you compare them to, and I'm talking about war, not any DNA relationship force or whatever, just looking at the war aspect of it. If you compare it to like World War II, we gave pardons to mad Nazi scientists so they can jump on our side to become mad NASA scientists.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So
I feel that.
so no difference is made as far as it, I guess, as far as the war crimes. It depends on the perception of what you can do for the party that's accusing you. So if you could have a plea and say, look, I'll snitch on all these people and say, yeah, we had this going on and here's the remnants of the empire or whatever, you know what I mean? Who's to say you can't get off with a pardon? And you know what I mean? Because you switch sides.
Hey, Norm,
Okay.
is
Hold on.
hold on, I got a question for Norm. Is Darth Vader snitching?
No, it wasn't snitching. His son went out as a soldier and he used the guise of being father's son. But he told everybody in the alliance that he was going to turn Vader over to the rebellion and he was going to overthrow the president or the emperor. You know what
The
I mean?
Emperor at the time, yeah.
Yeah. So it was pre-planned. Vader, who was the patsy, even though he was a Sith master, in this, Vader, if you look at the perception of Skywalker, young Skywalker, he was the master. Vader was the patsy in this. He was being played by Skywalker. He wanted to turn him against him, to do that to use his emotions against him, to come to his side, whether it was father and son ploy like Chuck was getting at or whatever. He still was trying to convert him at a time of war to switch and save his friends, his sister, the other generals, all the rest of the galaxy, not the Empire.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So I get the Vader is following orders. Now back to when he was Anakin and saving his mother. I'm gonna use this. Hold on, because we're trying to. I think niggas is trying to skip over that to get this nigga off.
I'm not trying to skip over that. I don't. Go ahead.
So I get that, and if he's a soldier, and say yes, he hears that his mother's being captured, and he goes and gets him, goes and tries to save her, and still as a soldier, if you kill off a whole village, town, city, I don't care what it is, a hood, would you still be convicted of murder? Yes or no?
Not,
You
would
want me
be
to answer
convicted
that?
of murder if they were kidnappers?
You want me to answer that?
So hold on, not the kidnappers. You killed the whole village. So if two niggas kidnapped her, you say you killed the whole village. Not everybody's a kidnapper.
He doesn't know specifically. He's defending himself.
So how do you get away with that? So if you
ask a white person in a black neighborhood how they get away with that shit. Oh my God, it's a bunch of niggas around here. I'm intimidated. They scared me. Karen, because Karen. That's why. Anakin Skywalker was scared.
Did you just call him Dark Karen? Dark
No,
Karen?
yeah, Darth Karen, yes, Darth Karen, because Anakin Skywalker at the time was intimidated. Oh my God, I'm in the neighborhood around a bunch of people. Is that a gun? Yeah. Oh my God, and his mom's dead, so he's distraught.
Would he
Okay.
still be
And he was-
considered for murder?
I would not.
Hey, go ahead. Let's make that decision.
Dan
It's on
said
you.
his mama
You and Dre.
didn't
No,
kill her.
it's on Dre. It's on Dre right now. I'm on my.
Well,
So
hold on. Can I input on that real quick? He technically
go ahead.
He technically went AWOL.
Yeah, he
He
did.
disobeyed the direct order.
I admit that. Yes, he did go AWOL.
He did say that.
He disobeyed a direct order, and he did commit. And it wouldn't be considered genocide because it was just a village. It wasn't the whole race.
It was just he
So
just
it
killed
wa-
the Glen. That's all. He just killed the Glen.
Yeah,
bro.
he
It's
killed
okay.
he killed him. Yeah,
He
he
said
killed
it like
him.
it's so casual. He said it was so casual.
But to make the point that the point that Bobby was making now, time of war, information is what's golden. Nobody knew about that except for Obi-Wan Kenobi and certain members of the Jedi Council, like Obi-Wan and Yoda, and I want to say Samuel L. Jackson knew about it too,
Yeah,
or Mace Windu.
He's
But
it happened. Yeah.
I'm about to say, hey, I objection.
I want to say that, but I don't know for sure. But I do know that Obi-Wan and him kept that a secret, and it wasn't on the holovid. Like nobody knew about that.
So is it murder?
You tell me. It was. It was.
No, I'm asking you. Don't pass it back. Was it? Would you consider him killing all those? Because remember, there was if it's a town, there's children there too.
So if we're in the New Republic and we're looking at the old archives and video stuff, and we happen to find out right now
It was
that
about
he
15 people.
disobeyed a direct order from Obi-Wan Kenobi to stay on planet with the senator, and he disobeyed an order because of a dream, not because of a telephone call like what was said earlier, because of a dream. He's guilty. In my opinion.
The only person.
Thank you. I got a guilty out of him.
The only person that
I'm
knew
against
about
that.
Go ahead,
committed
counsel.
mass
Go
murder.
ahead, counsel. Let counsel.
I'm against that. So you're dismissing his dream, and these are his latent abilities, and that's what Exo was getting at earlier when he was asking.
Yeah.
He was
Is this
gonna die
something?
regardless.
Is this something that was?
He was going to die regardless.
Hold on, Norm. Go ahead, Chuck. Go ahead.
I mean, that's like pre-crime. Are we doing Minority Report now? So it's like he's going to go rescue his mom because his Spidey sense went off, and he went
But his
to go.
That's his ability.
hold on, Chuck.
The whole
He
reason.
told Obi-Wan Kenobi specifically that he had a dream about his mother dying, and his master told him specifically to forget about it. It's a dream. Stay the course. Otherwise, if you don't stay the course and you start following these dreams because they come and go, you're going to step into something that is beyond what you're supposed. So
Was this dream correct though?
Yeah, his dream was
regardless
correct.
if it was or not, she was going to die regardless.
But that's because of his connection.
So now you're faulting him for his abilities. Go ahead.
So
But the
yet
ability
and
has
still-
nothing to do with the crime. He
but
still
yet
committed
and
the
still-
crime.
Yeah, and yet and still, he is still part of the Jedi Order.
So I was going
of what dream you had, or how you felt, or what you think. He's still part of the Jedi Order.
So let's go through this real quick, Dre, so I know where everybody stands. Norm, you're not guilty.
Not guilty.
Okay.
Not on everything, but on that specific.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. On the crime of him killing the Tusken Raiders, he's guilty as fuck.
Thank you.
Okay. Bobby, you 14 out of 14 counts. You had like 3?
3 count. Yeah, he's guilty on 3 counts.
Okay.
What were the 3 counts?
Killing the Tusken Raiders, killing the children and other individuals during Order 66, which was technically illegal, and turning on Emperor Palpatine, because at the time the Empire was the government at the time.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what I feel. Sorry.
Santo. So we got one.
I just got him guilty on 1 charge. I think he's not guilty on the rest. Maybe some I don't know enough about, but based on what I've heard, I think he's not guilty on 13 charges and guilty on 1.
Okay, so it's sounding like he's not charged that much on the other crimes.
Y'all are really racially motivated for these Tuscan Raiders, huh? You like these Sam people?
That's the only thing I can think of. That's the
Y'all
only
like the
crime
Sam
I can think
people?
of too.
That's what
Number
this
11.
is because
Hey,
of
hold on.
race. It sounds to me like there's a bunch of really, really
Hey, hold
emotionally
on, Chuck.
involved
Hey, hold
jurors
on.
here because
Hold
of
on,
these Sam
Chuck.
people.
Hey.
That's what it is. For real?
Chuck,
That's
hold
what
on.
it is.
Hey,
Is that what it is?
counsel, hold on. You're gonna
Hey,
be held in contempt. Man. You'll be held in contempt. Go ahead, go ahead, Rocks.
A
Oh, y'all,
matriarch of the Skywalker family is murdered by some kidnappers, some Sam people.
Hey,
And because he goes
one
to
more
these
time,
backs,
one more time, counsel,
in
one
order
more
to
time,
get in and get out
counsel,
of there.
and you're gonna be held in contempt, sir.
Whoa!
hey, just
Hey.
let him. Hey, let it be known he did just call him something racist. Called him the Sand People.
No, that's
on,
what they
hold
are.
on.
That is what
So,
they
I
are.
don't think that's racist. Yeah, I
That's
don't
not
think
racist.
They're
Because
Tuscans.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's a
We had that
racist then
stricken
because
from
he
the
called them
record.
Sam
And
people.
we had that stricken from the record.
Yeah, it is stricken from the record. Go ahead, Rocks. Where you sit?
Oh, he's
Tell the
guilty
court
on the
Out of
Tusken
four,
Raiders.
out of all
Y'all
four. No, so
racist.
one charge out of 14.
Hey,
I still think he
This-
was guilty for
this-
killing the
This
Tuscan.
woke council.
Hey,
That's
counsel.
the downtrodden
This
Sam
is
This
people.
your
nigga
last.
said woke
They kidnapped
council.
his woman.
This is your last warning, counsel.
Woke
They
council.
won't.
Hey,
he really.
Dre, where you at, man?
All right,
Niggas got
so
Darth Vader t-shirts and shit in y'all closets right now. Trying to
Chuck
hang this
said he
man.
killed the German Hitler youth, and you guys are trying to defend him.
Go ahead,
So-
Dre.
so I am gonna go with not guilty on the Tusken Raider one as well, because with what he just presented with that, with the his leader telling him, oh, it was just a dream, don't do that. This is a man with supernatural powers and a connection to the Force. This is not going to be just a dream for him. This is actual information that he's pulling from that Force that he's connected to. So that sounds like he was trying to manipulate him just to keep him in control.
And
Can
that's
make
where I
another
was
point
at.
really quick.
Go ahead.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is a manipulator. And he was
He's
under
not on
really
trial.
poor
He's
tutelage.
not
And
on
he's
trial.
He's a
He's
bad
not on
teacher.
trial, but at
He's
that
a
point in
bad
time
teacher,
when he committed that crime at the time, he had a really, really poor teacher. He had a very
But
poor
is he
teacher.
is he still a
But
soldier?
wasn't this all
Hold on.
preordained anyway?
Hold on. Ain't the whole case
Hey,
right now?
Dre,
Hold on.
attacking the council, sirs.
Hold on. Because the whole case for all these counts to be taken off is that he's just following orders as a good soldier, right?
Yeah.
So
Captain America.
So if this one where he didn't follow orders, that means he's not a good soldier.
No, if he was given misinstruction by a person who's also force sensitive.
No, he's given an order.
Obi-Wan Kenobi knows about premonitions. The whole reason that they went and they brought Luke Skywalker to them to be trained and raised up was because he was so force sensitive and because he had the ability to foresee. These are things that Yoda saw. Yoda just stood back. So
Okay, hold on.
This is
what I'm
saying.
Let me counter that.
Order.
Is an order an order? If you're given the order, are you supposed to take it?
Yeah, an order is
as a soldier. As a soldier, if you have an order, are you supposed to take it? Because last time I heard somebody didn't take an order, they got their neck snapped.
Look, there's a reason.
Go ahead, Norm, and then we gonna wrap.
There is a reason why Obi-Wan Kenobi told him to ignore his dream. It was because the council made a decision when Qui-Gon Jinn brought him to their, into their sight as the one. Mace Windu and all them saw a cloud around him, and they said he will not be trained. You do not have permission to train him because he is too old. He has too much of a connection to his mother, which makes him a temptation to the dark side. That's what was said, and more or less. I'm paraphrasing.
No, that's correct. I know that.
So knowing this, moving forward 16 years, he is now, going into adulthood, still a Padawan, having to listen to his master. He's not even a Jedi. And his master gives him a direct order, knowing that his emotions are going to cloud his judgment, and he disobeyed a direct order for his master. And consequences happen. Consequences happen. You can't give somebody a pass just because their mama was involved in a dream.
So you're agreeing with me?
Your mic, Norm.
Yeah, you said
I got what he's saying.
So he's agreeing with me.
Yeah, he's agreeing with you. You guys are down
Yo.
hard for these sand people.
I got to dip. I got to get my daughter from work, so I'm gonna tap out.
All
real
right.
quick.
All right, man.
All right,
Thank you for coming
Thank
through,
you for
man.
coming on.
Thanks
for
for
getting
letting me
guilty.
show up and talk shit.
All right, for real.
That's all good.
Anytime, brother. This is the place to do it at, man. Hey, so regardless of what he just said, I can't just not give it to him because it's his ability. It's his ability that is okay. So I got a real quick question. Somebody can answer for me real quick. Was him having a bad teacher? I think because he just explained that it was
just
based
explained
on
it, yeah.
something else. Okay,
It was-
I don't know, man. I'm kind of. I
It's
was.
tough.
Go with what you think, man.
I'm gonna say not guilty, man. I'm gonna say not
On all
guilty
accounts?
on not even the Tuscan Raiders thing because I feel like his emotion. Okay, that's what the question I was gonna ask. I just remember. Is his emotions tied in with the Force and his abilities?
Yes.
His emotion. Yeah.
Yes.
So nah, I can't do that. I can't do that to
It's
young
so
Annie.
for Jedi to act on their emotions, it's against the old Jedi. It's against their way of doing things.
But that's something he can't help, right?
Oh well,
He
he can't help it
could.
because he's older. He's older, so he's gonna be more emotional.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah.
And if we were talking about just regular emotions, but we're talking about somebody that is the best at the Force, right? As a young kid,
Yeah.
so it's
He
always
has the
been there.
most- Yeah, he
was force
is. Yeah, the
sensitive.
potential.
Yeah.
he's the
So
potential to be
yeah,
the strongest.
absolutely not guilty.
So
I agree with Dre
hey,
mostly on that part.
so knowing that he's he's more powerful than them, and he killed the whole village, you're okay with that?
No.
They
Here's what
kidnapped his mom.
and that would affect his emotions, right? And how
That'll
that
make him, it'll make him stronger.
yeah, that is not that. Hey, that is absolutely not guilty for me.
So
Because
here's my other.
you all
Okay,
took
so
my mom. So y'all gotta
Okay.
go. You all took my mom. Now I gotta get out of here. You all gotta go. Based on what Chuck was saying earlier as well.
Okay.
I
So-
agree.
here's another
Hold
point I
on.
want to make though.
Yeah,
Here's
go
another
ahead,
point.
go
He
ahead,
did.
I'm gonna ask a question after this.
He
You got a
absolutely
lot of
disobeyed. Okay,
Yeah.
so he absolutely
ahead.
disobeyed. He disobeyed Obi-Wan's order. So with the Jedi Council and the Order knowing, and with Yoda, Mace, and Obi-Wan specifically knowing at the time that it happened, you
They
don't
just had a-
think you don't think that they had a premonition that he was going to make a move to go
And
get
the
his
fact that he
mother?
was right
Hold on.
about it, that
Hold
throws
on.
me off too.
Hold on. I got a question. I thought I think I read this somewhere that Yoda, and Mace they had a feeling. He only told Padme. That's what I. That's what
I do remember that. I do remember that. He told
I
Padme.
thought you only remember because I think Yoda felt it in the Force. I think he felt it. He couldn't actually confirm it. That's why it was never a thing of him actually being brought up on charges.
Because he dipped out and he didn't. I don't think he told Obi-Wan not to go. He just told him not to act on his emotions because it would lead to a path of darkness.
Yeah.
He went to Padme, but
This ain't bringing up on charges. These are crimes that have been committed, and we've
Yeah.
seen them being committed,
Yeah.
sir. Just
Yeah.
to correct juror number bald teen, nigga. Juror bald teen, nigga.
Headbutt.
Yeah. Hey, Chuck.
Double headbutt.
So it looks like your boy gonna get like at least 50 years.
why would he get 50 years?
That's like three counts that no majority didn't. Hold on.
It would be one majority count for him killing the
Tuscan Raiders. Yeah, the
Tusken
sand
Raiders.
people. Killing the sand people.
Oh wow.
Hey, based off
so
of what I heard, based off of
racist.
what I heard, I say not guilty on all counts.
Oh.
Yeah,
Based off of what I heard,
but that's
especially
just you, and Dre.
you know what hit home is the act of war, these war crimes and shit like that's a motherfucker, especially among the Republic and all that. So yeah, go ahead, Rox. What was you saying?
I was saying that. So the majority vote is that he is for. I keep wanting to call them Storm Raiders, but Tusken Raiders.
Sand
Mostly
people,
for
bro. Sand people.
4 people that he's guilty for that.
Hey, what you got
Hey,
against sand people, man?
Google sand people, and they're gonna come up. You're gonna see those little googly eyed people with those little
Hey,
tubes
all right,
sticking out of the
y'all.
top of their turban.
Hey,
Go catch
look
y'all in the next lifetime.
hey, look how
Hey, we about to end it
Y'all
right
in
now,
here?
man. Hey, sirs.
hey, they gonna do a piece on you on Dateline.
So Darth is gonna get at least I think he's doing like at least 40 based
Well,
off
if we-
the murder.
I say let's give him 25 and get him the fuck out of there.
25.
I don't say
The-
25
Yeah, 25, get the fuck out of
The
there.
negligent homicide is only like 3.5.
3
Can
years,
be up
man.
to 7.
I
Yeah.
say
About
reduce.
3.5.
I say we can reduce the sentence. Do the
I don't. Look and
No,
see. Hey,
fuck
what I
that.
tell you? What I tell you, Santo? You see it? You
Hold on,
see it?
hold on.
You see what I'm saying?
Here, hold on. I think he's guilty, but because he ended
Throw
up
the book at that nigga. He killed
Hey.
the village.
hey,
He
I
killed
mean, look,
he killed the village,
I mean,
but he saved the rebellion.
yeah. So I mean,
Let's get a number and let's get out of here. Where we going, Bobby? You
we can reduce the sentence because I think he guilty. I think he guilty on the shit that I say he guilty on. So because he helped Luke Skywalker and brought on the New Republic, I say we can probably knock another 5 years off. I say that's what I say.
so 20 years,
20 piece.
20 to life.
I can do that. We can get 20 up out of him.
Yeah.
Hey, how old is Darth Vader? How old is Darth Vader?
Hey, he had a robot suit, so he.
Hey, how old is Darth Vader before he died?
Let me see.
How old was he?
Darth Vader? How old is he?
100.
He looked like 100 when he took that mask off.
Right.
Well, that's because he was dismembered by the person that was supposed to be his teacher, his higher up, his mentor. He was dismembered by his mentor.
And that's another reason why, because he had a bad teacher. Okay,
He,
hey,
he,
we give him
he
a
died
22.
he died at 45.
We went over with this. So fellas, thank you, Chuck, for coming through and
It's all good.
getting your man a reduced sentence because he was gonna do like a couple
I'll
lifetimes.
be filing an appeal in the countersuit against the rebellion 5, against the rebellion and against the empire.
Hey,
For
you gonna-
emotional
you gonna sue
damages,
us?
for intellectual property theft with the first order coming back. Darth Vader absolutely wants that whole,
Okay.
like that whole Steve's was stolen. They stole his swag.
Hey, you almost were found in contempt also earlier. I just want to let you know.
Ray Palpatine and the Palpatine estate for stealing the last name Skywalker.
All right, y'all.
Ray is not a Skywalker.
Hey,
He
thank
stole
you,
his name.
fellas. That was fun. Hey,
Reparations.
hey, I love hip hop, and we
Fuck
got
yourself,
something big coming up to celebrate hip hop. And Chuck, we need you back to judge that for us, man.
That's all good. Fuck the Tuscan Raiders, bro.
See, hey, that's on record.
Hey.
That is on record. I knew that.
All right,
He was
y'all.
racist
No
towards
shot
us.
first.
All right, y'all.
I'm glad you said that, people.
I'll let us.